Yes. I actually just got it last night, and it's very easy, so it's a very watered-down version of Yellow version. But it's alright. It's still fun. Alright, we're live.
Alright, start us off.
Hey everybody, this is D-Rez of Renegame Studios, here with more Diet D&D. We are going to be starting the finale of Season 2. With me today is everyone's favorite DM, Artificial Imagination.
Hello?
And 90% of our crew.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a very, very interesting day. Let's get started.
Alright guys, we are literally picking up exactly the night we left off after the case. You just got back sailing from the Midnight Star, you have more answers, and you have a big lead to go find this dwarf named Goddartho Brightmoon from Ikit that you remember as part of the atrium and the council of the questing circle. As you got back, you solved out a very interesting case of the false Vivian, weeded out Brooks as the imposter. Isaias possessed her and tried to take out half of the council. Slandered Vivian's backstory, of which she got in a lot of trouble with the Paladins, and it was unclear what was going to happen to her. You were promptly ushered out by Sabrak and Malloy, and we're pretty much picking up right from there. It is the evening of, you're back at the tower. You guys grabbed something to eat, I presume, and pretty much everyone just kind of went to bed or went to nighttime routines. It was a lot of quietness. Everyone was concerned for Vivian. Everyone was concerned for the future. So, if anyone's not doing their normal routines of in the room or whatever they do on a normal night, please let me know right now.
Edgar would probably be in the room, either in his room or in the library reading, because he doesn't require sleep.
Ah, good to know. Thank you. Okay. We're literally starting off with Argon. Please adjust yourself to the map. Argon, I assume you're in your room.
Yep.
All right. It's well after midnight. I assume you're sleeping.
Yep.
Okay. You wake up at a certain hour of the morning. Everyone's kind of triggered their internal alarms to wake up roughly before 4 a.m. in anticipation of this reoccurring snack time. Hello, thank you for joining. Just sit quiet, we just got started.
Hey.
We have added one more player.
Yay! Now we have 95% of our crew.
Mm-hmm. So, Argon, you wake up and it's roughly about 3:45. It's not quite 4, but you wake up about your normal time of the morning. You're a little groggy. No one likes waking up this early, especially when some people can't go back to sleep after waking up at this time of the day. And you kind of sit there for a moment like, I wonder what's going to happen this time. But I need you to roll me a D12 real quick, please.
Would 2 dice work?
No, you need to roll me a D12, please.
That's the one I had already.
We know that you have one. We saw you buy the set.
Oh, it isn't. This one was a set. This was a gifted set.
If all else fails, you can always use the digital dice.
I suppose so.
I'll use the D12 here.
Okay.
Oh.
A 1. Nice. So you get up this morning, and you hear, again, this form of instruction in the subconscious of your mind, this otherworldly voice that urges you today, you're going to be kind of sad and depressed.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Same.
You kind of get this, it's not quite guilt, but you just get this sadness that kind of washes over, and you're like, well, I guess this is how today's going to be.
Yeah, that's about it. Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
So, how depression works in general. Got it.
Yeah. It's like,
Yep.
oh, okay, there's nothing I can do about today. Fuck it.
You've noticed that you've had a lot of mood swings the past couple of days, and you know, at least you have an inkling of what it's related to. Especially you and Amon's being the only ones to have these mood swings.
Yeah.
So you have a strong inkling it has to deal with the connection of the fractals. So you get up, you kind of pose your thoughts of what's going to happen at around 4 o'clock. When you kind of get up out of bed and you kind of start getting prepping yourselves, and you hear a voice. It comes over from your windowsill. It's calm. It's collected. But you hear a masculine voice that's almost at a just louder than a whisper, but it's not a hush quite. And it says, "Well, good morning." You look over, and there is a red-cloaked figure just kind of leaning in your windowsill.
Who's there?
You immediately recognize this as the red-cloaked figure from the tavern at Bewold. This individual who calls himself Graves. You believe this was a tiefling. He has a orange, like magical X, half hidden under his hood.
This week.
And you know for a fact you've locked your window. And it still appears to be shut.
Did I let the others know?
Say again?
I think I'm gonna let the others know.
You're still in your room. You can do whatever you'd like.
What are you doing here? I don't want to call out to him. Who isn't here?
I'm here to talk, he says calmly with a toothy grin smile.
You came a long way to get in trouble for talk.
Fair, he says. But you and I have something in common, and I'd like to get you to understand. I know you can.
I don't think you and I have anything in common.
That's to be expected. It's never easy to accept a gift. What if I told you you have secret powers beyond your belief? You have powers to alter anything you choose. What if I could tell you you could get people to see it from your side of the coin? You could tell people what to do. You can get them to understand. Wouldn't that make life a little easier?
I think I got my life easier worked out already.
I don't know if it's just stubbornness or if it's loyalty. And frankly, I don't care which. So I suppose pitching you a business deal is out of the question then?
Far from it.
Right. What I can tell you that this power... Oh, well, of course. He half chuckles to himself. I did say you could get anyone to do anything you wanted. So, I'll do that. He holds up his hand like a left-hand turn signal, and you feel this aura wash over your body, and your body stiffens. You feel like you are unable to move.
Oh, son of a...
He gets up close
Dang.
and kind of leans into like a half creepy whisper in your ear. If you won't do this voluntarily, I have ways of making people do this. Please don't struggle. Go ahead.
I try to bite his nose off.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Just give me a dex check. Just roll me a d20, add your dexterity modifier.
Oh shit. The dexterity mod. We gotta bring that up. Use that down. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. D20 in your dex. What you got?
10.
Just a 10? What's the total?
It's 10 plus 3 dexterity.
13. Okay. You give a good snap. You catch. I mean, you catch him out the front of his hood with your forehead, but you don't get a bite in like you wanted to. He recoils back for a second. Okay. Fighting spirit. I'll put that down as remarkable. No, I think we both know you belong on my side. And we'll sort that out. So, please, come with me. He waggles a finger as he turns to walk towards the windowsill, and you feel, one step at a time, your body willing itself to follow him beyond your control.
Oh god, Dream Warriors all over again.
He places a hand on the windowsill, and you begin to see some form of magic appear before him, maybe like he's going to open a portal. You've seen this before with, say, Malloy or Sabrak. And he says, it's a shame. I kind of wish... No, never mind. He's cut short as the mortar and brick around the entire windowsill cracks and smashes down, almost collapsing onto him. He drastically jumps to the side, and you feel that force constricting your movement just drop, and you were completely able to move and feel freely again as the brick and mortar around the windowsill smashes down and collapses. You see the twinkling of a very familiar corrupted necklace amidst the mix as this shambling brick and wooden mass forms itself upright. Oh yeah, it's for a as this newest reincarnation forms up, Graves looks aghast on the floor, not expecting this. This large figure does not even resemble humanoid anymore. It just looks like sentient building. It bellows out something that is pretty much unlegible. It's not even an apology anymore. It's getting worse with each reincarnation. Graves just kind of looks like, what in the world? How do you react?
Thank you for saving me. Or whatever that was.
What now?
Wait, he's still there, right?
Yeah, Graves is on the floor.
And this is just a sentient thing?
You believe this is Chips.
Chips?
Come now, Argon. The reincarnation of the guy in the dungeon bubble happens every 12 hours.
Well, I must thank you, Chips, for apparently saving my life.
You do realize Chips is kind of a neutral evil, so Chips will probably try and kill you. I know it's been a while, but this is not a good thing.
Whatever that may be.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go down without a fight.
There you go. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen you and Chips. So I assume you just probably pull out your sword and get ready to do something?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So you begin to take your stance, and instantly you hear Graves shout out from the floor, "No, please, don't worry your pretty little head." He pops up quickly. He holds up his hand again, and you see the entirety form that is Chips just completely solidify and freeze for a moment. He quickly and enthusiastically runs around this construct a few times. Amazing! I've never seen it used for, and the source, the power. He seems enamored by this. Way back from the dungeon bubble, this is kind of like a side effect of Chips come in contact with the piece of a thought from the dungeon bubble. And that being linked with the fractals, you think he's got some sort of affiliation with this. You think he's marveling at this crafty work.
We call this crafty work?
This is life beyond life. This is false sentience of buildings. This is not an animation spell. This is new. Yes. No, dear. This will work much, much better than you shall. Please. Go back to bed. I'll take this and take my leave.
Wait, so he's gonna up and leave after making such a ruckus? Think this is a bond of life?
Yes. At this point, everyone else who is in the dorms, or at least on the dorm floor, will hear the sounds of Bep barking at Argon's door.
Can I imagine Argon knows Bip's there?
Oh yeah, you'll hear Bep barking at the door for you. Or for something.
Can I kind of softly have Bep notify everyone?
How would you like to do that? Bep does not understand too much. How would you like to try that?
Yeah, he's behind the door, right?
Yeah, he's just outside.
I think when his back is turned, I'm just gonna move slowly back towards the door.
Okay, he won't stop you.
What do I do? Ooh. Can I use I want to use my greatsword to show like a mirror reflection of our enemy in the dorms under the door.
Oh, nice. You will. Actually, no. This will. You don't actually need to roll. It takes you a moment as you are trying to line up the alignment of like what little residual light in here to reflect under the door. It takes a moment, but you finally catch it, and you see these tiny little hands that were kind of scratching at the bottom of your door. See it, and then you hear it scamper down the hallway. Everyone else can kind of hear just Bep running around from door to door, just kind of like on alert mode, trying to get people's attention. It seems like. Some of you here who were closer to it hear the teleportation circle light up at the end of the hallway. You think Malloy or someone's here. No, Graves will just turn to look at you, still fascinated, Argon, and just tell you, no, please, I'll take this off your hands. Don't worry one moment. You see Graves reach up for this awkward necklace that this thing has on. Its hands glow this familiar orange off magic, the same color you're familiar with the fractals that plays around the form of the necklace, and you instantly see this building mass teleport out in pieces, and he's left with the necklace. He stands there holding this necklace, just revels at it for a moment. Oh, this will be an interesting development. I'll talk to you later. You see, he does this like stupid cliche of like throwing the cape over his shoulder like he's going to make a dramatic turn, and kind of as it happens, you see him just kind of fold in on himself and disappear.
Piss off, you aberration.
Nice.
Hey, you remember Ragnarok where the guy just kind of runs in and tries to kick him before he vanishes?
Unfortunately.
Ah, fuck off, Ghost!
It was piss off Ghost, right? Aberration, so that would be. No,
Did you know that character was actually played by Taika Waititi himself?
Yep.
Nice. So what is everyone else doing at this moment in time of the wee hours of the morning? I assume people were kind of already up anticipating a Chips.
Edgar's in the library, as we've already discussed.
Oh, right. I apologize.
He's probably doing the Doctor Strange thing where he has like 50 books all floating around him all at once.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to study.
Does anyone else react to this commotion and such?
Edgar heard it in Argon's room, so he's gonna ignore it.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Can I mention to Argon?
Stonewall probably heard something, because obviously he would be up, but would want to, again, trying to assess exactly what that noise is, trying to figure it out for himself.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, unless anyone wants to do anything, go ahead, Neora.
Nayora's gonna be like ready at the door just in case, but she's gonna just be on guard.
Okay, yeah, I kind of assume that everybody's just kind of getting out of their doors at the last second here, and collectively just goes to check. Bep scrambling for Argon's door. You open up, and he's there. He's missing half of the wall in his room.
I got some explaining to do. I can explain.
You explain what just happened to everyone. Malloy's promptly behind, kind of in his usual attire. He looks a little hazy. You think he may have woken up from his little 4-hour trance. And he just kind of peers in the room over top of everybody. What's missing? He just kind of asks aloud.
Looks
What
like
do I
a
need
wall.
to buy? Wall. Got it. Okay. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Good night. Wander back off. Those who are still in the hallway will kind of see him kind of toddle off to the teleportation circle. You'll see him kind of hang his head and sigh a little bit. Just expensive. All right. I assume everyone kind of just goes back to bed for what they can.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep is good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Morning. You kind of half expect to just be expecting a notice or some sort of instruction at some point today. You do have a quest, but you're not sure if you're supposed to be waiting on someone to tell you what to do or what, so it's kind of that awkward transition phase. What's everyone's morning look like real quick?
Willow sleeps late.
How late?
10.
It's not bad, okay?
It's better than how I sleep late.
I suppose.
Noon.
Edgar's still gonna be in the library unless somebody needs him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, is it worth noting that he's actually reading up on this world and the stuff in it?
Nice. It'll be early morning when everyone is kind of awoken again by a message from their sending stone, and it's just a message from Sabrak that pretty much says just meet around just before lunch in the kitchen. It doesn't sound hasty or anything, it's just, hey, be here around lunch. Give me 1 sec.
Well, with that, Neera's just going to just get ready, probably do a morning routine, and probably head off to find some food.
Okay.
Yeah, most likely Stonewall is getting all his gear ready again, being a soldier. He's usually, he kind of feels something that wouldn't be unfamiliar, that something's about to happen, or he's having those feelings. Getting his gear together, walk downstairs just to, relax, get something to eat, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Is there any sort of discussion the night prior or before you guys meet up about anything that happened with Argon?
I think I can mention to Edgar about this, see what he knows.
All right. Daniel, may I request a quick impromptu 5-minute break?
Oh, sure, not a problem.
I apologize, please.
We're just gonna stay live, but I'm gonna switch us over to the intermission screen.
All right.
Is everything
What
okay?
kind of noise? Yeah, Coco's about to throw a fit because everything's just dying on her.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
And
Oh, no.
I kind of want her to be here for this reveal too. I know I can't really delay for every character, and I shouldn't, but her computer died. Now it wouldn't restart. It's not connected to her hotspot now. Everything's going wrong.
I got you. You're still breathing.
So, yeah, now even metagaming. How was that, guys?
What is going on?
What's going on?
I'm just...
Breakfast.
Yeah, no breakfast. Of course breakfast is going on.
I want some breakfast.
Mm.
But at the same time, I want, like, food for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Not breakfast food, but food, real food. Good food.
Yeah.
Comfort food.
I had
Should I make French onion again?
How comforting was the French onion before?
Extremely.
Then yes.
What kind of food do you guys eat at the tower? Humor me.
Edgar doesn't really eat unless he's required to. I'm not sure if anybody picked up on that without me saying it.
I did. I just completely forgot in that 5 minutes.
I honestly don't know because technically Willow's undead.
You do eat, or you can eat.
So if someone's cooked something, I probably just taste it.
Anybody who's curious should ask Edgar to cook sometime, because good God, that man cooks like Sebastian Michaelis.
Oh, fabulously. And with human body parts.
I asked him. I think I ate just eggs.
My stomach's feeling a little funny, so I'm chugging ginger ale.
She's not sure if our hotspot's gonna connect up. I said, if anything, you could probably just connect to us and talk to us on Discord and watch the stream, maybe.
If the stream lets it, the servers are really fucked up. I have dropped half of all frames.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's not a healthy stream day.
That sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't win them all.
No.
If nothing else, we could also just record instead of streaming.
I have it set to record as well.
Okay.
Always have a backup.
Yeah.
That's always good. Always being prepared is very important.
Everyone's best is different. You don't have to be the best, but you can always do your best.
Can I do my best to be the best?
Like no one
Can
ever
I be
was.
the very best like no one ever was?
Hey.
I was about to make the same reference. You both beat me to it. I hate you.
Don't hate me. I love you.
Okay. I love you too.
I'm about to go in the basement really quick, so I apologize if my thing blips out.
Oh, checking out your dungeon?
Heh. Might as well.
Making sure you
Dungeon
feed the
section.
prisoners?
Stunning silence. It's reassuring.
Yeah.
Sorry, as I thought, my headset blipped out. I was too far.
What timing, though?
It was great timing. I had said making sure you feed the prisoners and then silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have cut right before that happened.
Alright, give me a few, I'll be back.
Okay. Still hoping Coco can join us. She would appreciate this too.
You guys can just go ahead without me, and I'll just go come in when I need to.
Okay.
Oh no, are we doing this again?
I don't strictly need Naora. It shouldn't be bad.
Let's try to get as far as we can before we have to cut off. Because apparently today is a Murphy's Law day.
One of those days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good.
Murphy's Law.
Anything
Anything
that
that
could
can
happen,
go wrong
happens.
will go wrong.
Oh,
Oh, goody. On my birthday, too.
oh yeah.
Yes, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Dane.
I wasn't going to post
Oh,
it
yeah.
to Facebook because I was hoping you would be here. And you are.
I was gonna be here, Brenner. Had a good birthday breakfast too. Though I kind of wish I would help with it. This is what happens when you wake up right.
I don't know how far we'll get today, but I'm hoping we can get to a certain point if everything goes okay. It should be pretty quick. I've got a reveal.
Ooh.
It's been a long time coming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You guys aren't going to like me.
Do we ever?
Oh,
Isn't that a DM's job?
Right? I mean,
you.
But if you don't like your DM, that's not good.
no, we love to
Oh,
hate
she's
you.
in game. Hello? That's a
Hello?
good sign. I don't think she's in Discord yet.
But no, we love to hate you as a DM.
I legit thought about changing my avatar to the Dungeon Master button, and then I'm like, isn't that conceited?
Ha.
Yes, yes it is.
Damn it.
Do it anyway.
Talk to us. We have tech, people. Oh, she's gonna log in.
A freaking thing of Popeye's ranch dressing just freaking yeeted itself out of my fridge.
Oh, jeez.
That's always entertaining when something just throws itself out of your fridge.
Yeah.
It's like, the door is open! Freedom!
Yeah.
Like, was it really that bad in there? Come on.
You don't know what it's like to be next to the milk. I think it's gone bad. Get back in here!
Yeah, that's always something. Well, this... didn't expect that.
Who disagree?
She's gotta log into her Discord, and that sounds like it's gonna be a pain.
Hopefully not.
Can any tech head here start to suggest a backup or something? She's really wanting to join.
She should still be able to. She should still be able to hook up on her phone, if nothing else, and we can still
saying
hear her
she's-
fine.
Well, maybe at this point we're not sure if she can log in through Discord because she might not know her stuff.
I mean, I'm still doing my my phone set up in my Roll20 computer. That works.
Yeah, she's got her laptop up, but looks like she's just trying to log into Discord, and I know she's been having issues with that.
Ooh, that's not good.
We were roboting like hell this morning when we started, so she say. Then she rebooted, and then her power died on her laptop.
Hey, she's logged in. No, you're fine, Coco. Oh, she can't hear me. I'm talking to no one. Shit.
Yeah, she's in game, but she's trying to log into her Discord.
No, she's logged in.
Does it show hers online on Discord?
Yes, she's typing right now. I'm reading it.
Yeah.
That's why I was stupid and was talking to nobody. I was talking to text.
Is this a new D? Is this a new D&D ability? You can.
No. It's okay, it's okay.
Now my computer's lagging from all the birthday.
I'm concerned. My thing has not updated. It says there's a moth in my chat, but it's not.
Am I the only one who sees the moth?
I see it at the bottom, absolutely, but not in our chat. Peculiar.
I don't think she's logged into the general voice chat yet. There she is.
There we go. You're fine. We all have tech issues. It's going to be one of those days for everybody. We already know.
We're all having problems already.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, who dis?
We are still live, by the way. Uh-oh.
Just fucking.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, no.
It was
What
working
happened?
just fine when we tested it before.
Quick, Tickman, fix it.
Sure, let me just teleport my ass over there.
I see you're trying to speak, but I couldn't hear you. I mean,
If you're
muted
trying
now,
to
of
use
course.
the new mic, just go back to the old way you used to do it.
We can always work out new mic problems later.
I heard it worked wonderfully.
That's a new one, son of a donkey's testicle. I mean, technically, that would be accurate if the offspring was male.
I feel bad when people get upset. They get have some or creative swears.
Very creative.
I see you trying to speak, but I hear nothing. Oh, I know you wanted to use this mic too. Come on.
Son of a bitch, motherfucking Jesse Eisenberg!
There it
It
is.
worked!
Jesus Christ, we're in the boat.
Hey, no, my microphone is not plugged in. I'm using my computer's mic. I'm fucking done!
That's fine, honey. But also
so
remember that we're
sorry.
live.
My bad.
No, it's good.
Nope,
It's okay.
I'm just going... For Season 3, I'm changing the rating to MA just to be safe.
Oh yeah, that's wise.
Yeah, that'd be smart.
All right. I'm
Sorry.
sorry to put the pressure on you like this, Glosson, but are you okay now?
I don't know. Let me keep speaking words because I've had this problem with Discord before. I'm gonna keep talking words, and you tell me if I fade out. Gonna just keep talking words. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, here. If you really want to test it, pull up the entire transcript of the Mark Zuckerberg thing.
Eisenberg twins really.
Jesus Christ, we're in the boat. Aaron, you're scaring me. Talking about a Facebook movie, jeez.
A fucking bit of
Spider-Man,
Facebook.
Spider-Man, put in the time, man, put in the time.
Trent Reznor did the soundtrack.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I think you're fine. I hear you just fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep using the computer mic. Fuck this.
It's okay.
Ugh.
We're all getting new mics for season 3. Don't worry.
If I have to
Daniel-
ship you guys mics, I will ship you guys mics.
Oh, honey, no. I just spent $30 on this microphone. If this bitch don't work, that's a waste of my money, and I'm losing my mind.
Can I ask what brand it is?
You know, hun, that's a great question. Let me.
I've got the
If it's
Amazon
a
ad, I'll
Blue
send it to
Yeti,
you.
There's your fucking problem.
No, it's not a Blue Yeti. Oh, honey, I couldn't afford a Blue Yeti if I wanted to. The brand is called like Newer, but it's dope. It's like NEEWER. It's weird. It's like an off-brand.
All I know is that, from my experience,
How is it spelled?
NEEWER.
Oh, I thought you said it was NEUER, and I was just like, well, that's a German company. They got no excuse.
Yeah, it's German. They don't have an excuse.
All right. Technical issues aside, can we try for as long as everyone's shit will hold out?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just keep using the computer mic, and everybody in my house can hear you, but I'm asleep, so I don't give a shit. So, I mean, I'm good. As far as I know, for right now, I'm good.
I don't think we'll be overly loud. But I can hear you just fine. Your quality's pretty okay on my end.
Well, that's surprising for a laptop mic.
Well, I mean, I can tell you're in a room, but I hear you just fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
alright.
I'm in the nerd closet.
What now?
Okay, cool. I said, yeah, I'm in the nerd closet, but if you can hear me, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
nerd closet.
Okay. Well, Mr. Streamer, let's try and run as long as we can here.
You come out whenever you're comfortable, honey. It's okay. We support you.
Absolutely.
They are.
Alright, we're back on the main screen. We're ready to roll again.
All right. So, interesting night with Argon, Chips, and Graves has apparently taken Chips.
Yeah, that's
This morning, Cyberx told you to meet you before lunch. Everyone kind of filters down. As you guys are filtering down to meet in the kitchen, let me tell you what's going on today in the tower. We zoom in at a certain segment of, we will say, let me just do this for kicks and giggles. To back, just for kicks and giggles here. We see a couple of familiar faces running about here and there. We'll recognize this little guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wild halfling.
Yep.
All right.
That kind of thing you can trouble going.
I'm going to move everyone's token for the time being at the bottom. You should be able to move your tokens on your own. If you cannot, please let me know. As the morning day starts and such like, we zoom in at one point. The camera pans into the training room. There is a familiar purple knight. And
Yay!
a large shirtless barbarian with a mustache and a mohawk.
I'm what?
The Beat Knight and Keswith are training. Keswith being one of the newest of 3 employees at the Coasting Circle branch of the tower here. The camera zooms in. The Beat Knight has a small audience of a few other of the employees, and they are sparring. Keswith reels back to deliver another blow, and the Beat Knight just holds out his hands. Everyone remain calm! And he summons 2 iceberg lettuces. Let us begin! And he just starts chucking lettuces at Keswith.
Oh my god.
Like clay pigeons, Keswith just starts knocking them out of the air. He gets a good chuckle from this. Seems like Beat rose to occasion. The Beat Knight gives a hearty laugh back. Ha! This man gets it! They're gonna be a good team.
Oh god.
I want to be on Beat Night team.
The camera zooms out and zooms back into a hallway where it doesn't matter who, but somebody's walking by. And there is our newest librarian, Lupe, the Gearforged, with a tabaxi slung over his shoulder.
Ha ha ha.
Lupe's just walking down the aisle. He's got like a stack of books in his hands. He's maybe restocking the library or something. Osmo is laying over his shoulder, reading a book. He seems quite content. Lupe does too. You think a lot of Gearforged and Warforged might have an affiliation for cats. Much like the Mons. So they're settling in interestingly. Camera zooms out and zooms back in one more time into Iridelis' office. We see our wonderful little inventor, Iridelis, behind her desk with a familiar-looking ink wizard, Gregor, and a blonde-haired woman with an electric mace that is trying to urge these two her most deepest desired of wishes. They're intrigued and inspecting her weapon, and she's just like, it needs to be, and she's forming shapes. I want it to shoot fire. And they're like, we can make this happen.
This woman does not need fire. That's the last thing she...
This woman doesn't need any more weaponry.
No.
Can we just take her mace away? Period?
Kevin zooms out, and we are slowly going to have everyone meet in the kitchen. So please, guys,
Yeah.
to the kitchen.
I was about to say, that's not the kitchen.
So
I'm working on it. I have that format. So
great. So
place yourself as wherever you'd like. It is just about lunchtime, or just before. It's probably about 11 o'clock, so to speak. Bep is jumping up and down on the main long bar at the kitchen. He's got a bowl of something. He's gnawing on a spoon.
typical Bep.
Who's first in the kitchen? Who wants to be first?
Well, I moved first, so I mean.
Okay.
I guess.
Sabrak is kindly sitting at the bar, just kind of watching this play out.
What's Dad's expression?
The usual apathetic. James, I don't know if there's something wrong. I can hardly hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to move my piece, but I can't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You are very quiet for me.
Me too. Okay.
There you go. I
Same.
think I should have you fixed.
And I cannot move Gwendella, but I don't know if that was your choice.
Not necessarily, but I'll allow it.
Good that.
Thank you. Dude.
Okay. As people filter into the kitchen, kind of one by one, you notice there is a stranger. For instance, purposes, Argon, I'll move you over here. In the kitchen, half in the pantry, a large cupboard pantry, there's a woman in a nice blue, like a fall dress.
Huh?
She's rooting through the cabinets. You don't immediately recognize this woman from the back. She hears people come in and says, "Oh, do we have more? Okay, just yeah, I'm working on it right now. Please just have a seat. The cookies are baking. They'll be out in just a moment." She sounds cheerful.
Do we recognize the voice?
Yes, it sounds slightly familiar, but like someone in a different tone.
Whoa, no. What?
Is this like?
Is this
You take a
Vivian?
look, and yeah, you see half a head of silver.
Mom?
What?
What?
Hasn't picked up yet. I've started calling Sabrak Dad and Vivian Mom when referring to the both of them to with Will, and it's just become a habit. So, Mom?
Yes, you see your CEO, Vivian Ambrose, spin around. She's not in her paladin armor. She's in a casual dress. She looks happy. She's got ingredients in her hands for joy. Oh, hi guys. I'm making cookies. Do you want any?
Blinks, and then he looks suspicious, and he goes, Miss Ambrose?
Yes. She looks to you.
He looks her up and down. He's not used to seeing her not in her armor. He steps a little closer and just kind of, are you feeling alright?
I'm okay. I'm baking cookies. Do you want any?
Did she touch a fractal? Is her mental thing supposed to be happy?
Are you asking me, or are you asking someone else?
No, I'm just theorizing because I know no one's going to be able to give me the answer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Sabrak's just kind of here staring at the fridge, and Bep.
Well, if Sabrak isn't panicked, I guess I shouldn't be either.
So does no cookies then? She kind of looks betwixt everybody to see if anyone wants any cookies.
I raise my hand.
Argo. I steadily
One?
raise my-
Okay. Two?
Raise a hand, but he's still very much confused.
Three? Okay, yeah, sure. She dons some oven mitts and pulls out a couple of trays of freshly baked, we will say they are regular oatmeal cookies.
Who is this?
She'll set them on the table and warn, you can have them, but they're hot, careful. She seems happy. Utterly happy. You've not seen your manager, your boss like this, and it's slightly concerning.
Oh god, she's not in her armor. Oh no, how much you guys want to bet? She's like suspended from work for a while. And that's why she's happy, because she gets a fucking break.
Oh,
Did you happen to get any good news recently?
You see her attempt to smile and it kind of fades. You see her hands come together. Her, no, not in her arm, but you can actually see the full extent of her scars traveling all up her arms, and her entire left-hand side is completely scarred, not just her face.
Mom's still good looking.
She says, yes and no. Everything's fine. Everything's going to be fine. She'll take up the little apron she also has on and hang it up to the side. Bep's noisily eating like the leftover cookie dough out of the bowl. So I have been removed from the case with Isaias. Yes.
I call shenanigans.
Whoa, somebody hacked.
oh.
Somebody started a deck.
And Bep has decided to ride the vacuum. Like a cat on a Roomba, it is now circling around the entire room.
What? DJ Roomba, what?
Glosson, are you still good?
I think so. Am I?
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. She says yes, the paladins thought it was best that since I am a supposed relative, that I need to not be making decisions in which my choices could be less than adequate, she says.
Edgar will nod and he'll chip in that actually does seem like a legitimate concern for someone in an internal affairs position.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but it's a little freaking late. I mean,
Do you voice this?
you know what? Yeah, Glossville voice. It's a little late, though, isn't it? I mean, after all that nonsense that happened with you-know-who.
True, but it was kind of my call, and I kind of just took charge. I didn't really consult with the other paladins, so that is kind of my fault.
Well, if nothing else, it seems that there's been a bit of a flaw in the system that has now been revealed. It shall be handled accordingly, at least that's what it sounds like.
And that's why we have you here. You get it.
Edgar will kind of puff out his chest and nod. He's seen some management shit in his day.
Yeah.
Please have yourself to the cookies. I've got some good news and some okay news. She slaps her hands together. Bottom line is you will be leaving in an hour to head to Ikit. You still need to find Goddartha. You have a quest to do.
Okay.
Sabrak, can you go get the thing? She kind of half gestures to some sort of shape with the hand. He peeks up for a second. Oh, yeah. He steps up and walks over to Dorman and enters through Dorman. She just kind of looks around to a few of you knowingly, like, you're going to like this.
Oh boy.
Through the teleportation circle, you see a familiar face and an unfamiliar face.
Grab your ass.
You see,
Friend pack.
you see your secretary and a blue moon elf. Female that you do not recognize.
Someone's earning brownie
Drawing
points.
this token. Thank you to Coco for drawing this token. Malloy is holding this woman's hand. He kind of looks up and sees everyone. Oh, hi guys. Are we late? Vivian says, "Oh no, I got cookies right here. Please come have some." You see the female kind of hippity hop in excitement for a second and quickly run over and quickly just start chatting to Vivian. Neum. Malloy just kind of casually steps over and just kind of looks to everybody, expecting to get filled in or something. Just good morning.
Gloston will smile for a minute, look over. So, lovely lady.
Oh, yes, yes, I suppose she hasn't been here in a while. Guys, employees, colleagues, this is my significant other. This is Mia Lee. She turns over, mouthful of oatmeal cookie, just boop. Hi everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Someone banged on the table.
James, I don't know if you can do anything, if it's just me, but I cannot hear you.
Same.
I mentioned someone was banging on the table.
No, I mean, I want you to adjust your volume somehow if you can, James.
Oh, for some reason I can't. This is like the loudest I can. Wait.
I've got you cranked up as loud as I can on Discord, I'm sorry.
Wait, is this louder now?
Nope.
No.
No.
Just start yelling into your mic, pal.
I like to. But this thing's alright.
Hold the mic up close enough to your mouth that you're practically kissing it.
Is better?
No.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, this is a really good mic.
No, it ain't.
Well, at least I'm not the only one having tech issues today.
Oh, absolutely not.
Mm.
Sorry for being on the table. I'm very enthusiastic. This was something prior planned, and I'm very happy.
That is fine, honey.
Hey,
We'll
no
try
problem.
and watch you, Argon. Just try and get our attention if we can't hear you. I apologize. So, a moment later, Malloy comes back with a large chest.
You mean Sabrak?
Yes, I apologize. Goodness, get my elves confused. That's not good.
Soup's done.
What do you mean your soup is done?
I mean, my soup is done!
Oh, so you guys were making that reference. Okay.
Yes, Vivian kind of urges everyone to go check out what Sabrak has. As you all kind of collectively kind of huddle over, he opens up the chest and there is a lot of green fabric.
Mhm.
He starts pulling this dark green fabric out, and they are some form of a multi-cloak.
Ooh.
Vivian says, I didn't get the chance earlier, but we finally got something of a uniform.
Ooh!
We're all gonna look like Link from Legend of Zelda. Congratulations, folks.
She says, I've gotten everyone a multi-cloak. It can be worn like a cloak, a cape. You can toss it around like a tunic or a shawl. You can wear it however you like, but it's a good utility wear. And I have something special for everyone. Sabrak pulls out a smaller chest within the large chest. Everyone gets a multi-cloak. You have your own dark green piece of fabric to wear in whatever fashion you'd like. In the smaller chest, he'll set the large one down for everyone to collect as they please and start trying them on. The small chest, he sits down on the table and just kind of opens it and steps aside, just kind of with a little bit of a half smile, honestly. Who's the first to check it out?
Chat. Island? What is this?
What's this? What's this?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the first one to grab whatever's in the chest?
I will.
You think they were coins at first, but you pick a piece out, and they appear to be pinned badges that look like this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I love those.
Yeah.
We need to make those merch.
The emblem of the questing circle, a lapis C and a gold Q, with the insignia for Stillwater, signifying your branch.
I think you never passed, darling.
I love that so much.
Vivian
Yeah.
says, you guys now have pins. A little more official. You don't have to carry around documentation as much.
Oh, by the way, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Wonderful. You just got a new cloak and a new badge.
Nice.
Power Rangers now.
Yeah.
Power what?
Power Rangers.
Power who's?
Or we're taking the hobbits to Mordor. One of the two.
The where?
I'm gonna throw my spoon at you.
All right.
Choose your
So you guys
analogy.
You guys are bestowed these gifts, and Sabrek will kind of take a moment for you guys to get your stuff and basically say that the Midnight Star is already in port. He's ferried it over, and you are set to load up and sail over to Ikit in search of Goddartho.
May I do something real quick? Because I thought about it.
Sure. What you got?
Glosson will politely, he'll walk over to Miss Amber-Rose. I won't move the token, but just for the thought. He goes, Miss Amber-Rose, may I have a word? And he motions to somewhere where others aren't.
Oh, yes. Yeah, sure, Glosson. She'll step aside while everyone is kind of doing their own thing.
He'll look behind him. Look. And then he'll give a very firm and very quick embrace to his boss.
Oh. Oh. She doesn't hug back immediately, but she does. She rests one hand on the shoulder and the other one kind of gently pats your back.
He kind of, in that quick moment, he'll mumble a quiet, "I missed you," and he'll pull back. And he's blushing a little. It's not like it's a romantic thing. He missed his boss. They had a very tender heart-to-heart moment before everything got wrong. So he missed her.
Mom!
It's okay. Everything's okay.
Well, no, I believe you. It's just after everything went wrong, it felt so weird, Mom.
What? Who? Ha? He? Ha? Was that planned?
I'm going to ask you not to do that, please.
And
Are you speaking to me, or is she saying that to Glosson?
She kind of stares at you a little bit wide-eyed. She just says it politely. I'm going to ask you not to say that.
In the back of the room,
No.
back where everybody else is, there's a splutter you think that Edgar heard and is now trying very hard not to laugh out loud.
His face is red up to the tips of his ears. He's embarrassed. It was a slip of the tongue, but he just, yes, I'm sorry. Nervous splutter.
Jill puts a hand on your shoulder. It's okay.
Meanwhile, I'm over here just like,
It's fine. We all say things.
Yes, we do all say words.
Mm-hmm. True that.
Look, let's get you sorted. You've got a job to do, and they need you to be there for it. What? We didn't pre-plan this. I'm sorry. I didn't physically mean to embarrass Coco.
out in open air, you did. I love you, but you did.
I'm sorry, I didn't pre-plan this.
Well, we kind of half did in a role play, but I guess you forgot, or we kind of ignored it, or...
Well, I didn't know we were going to throw this up at the last second here, and that's how I think she would have responded. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. I can't control how they respond. That was just kind of awkward for me, because I wasn't expecting that response.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that to be thrown on her.
Sally.
good. That was just kind of an awkward moment.
It was an awkward moment. Vivian thought it was awkward too. I don't know how she would. I don't know how she would bring this back, though.
That's fine. I don't know how Blossom would either. So we're just gonna let's just keep going.
No, I can hang on. I can do this. She'll kind of take a moment and put both hands on your shoulders and just make sure she'll lean down a little bit, stare at you, eye to eye contact. It's okay. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm sorry. Look. You need to be here for your friends. I'll be here for you as your boss. And she looks over your shoulder, looks back to you, and whispers, "To be honest, I kind of missed you too." Prison life's boring.
Aww.
Aww.
You get a sort of half smile out of this completely embarrassed individual, and he kind of shuffles his feet a little, and he just like that half smile. He doesn't necessarily understand prison life, but he gets it, and he nods in appreciation. You can see, you know what, just for the shit of it, you see a couple of tears prick in the corners of his eyes. You think that may have been a bad idea, or at least that's what he thinks.
Oh.
He doesn't handle awkwardness well, much like I don't.
That's understandable. She'll apologize again and politely kind of pat you on the head and ask if do you want a cookie? She tries to make up for it somehow.
He nods and takes a cookie and sticks it in his mouth. He mumbles a thank you.
Right. So, at the behest of everybody else, you're ready to set sail again.
And sailing again.
Sailing, sailing over the open sea.
All right. Any objections before you guys kind of go off to port with all your stuff in tow and set sail again?
I do want to ask one thing. I guess Stonewall would ask. Sakura just would mention, by the way, there needs to be a new pilot for the Star. He would just say that probably while all this other stuff is going on, and while all that stuff was going on, he would have asked him that question.
Oh, yeah.
Has a new pilot been appointed, or is Stonewall going to act as pilot and captain?
Well, he kind of just offers that up to you. He says, we can get an experienced helmsman.
Stonewall will nod and say that would be much appreciated.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, you guys are going to load up your carriages and make your way to port.
Nothing off the top of my head other than just prepping tools. And possibly messing with people here and there.
I'll just say that Argon's looking a little, it's not upset, but it's like, not melting.
So, now, beep.
Oh yeah, it's melancholy. Yeah, looking a little melancholy.
All right. So you guys essentially load up the carriages onto the ship. There's a full team to disassemble the carriages and load them onto the Midnight Star, horses and everything.
Nice. Very nice.
Also, Artificial, you and I talked about this very briefly in a text chat, that a certain tool was fixed.
Yes, I agree.
Alright, I just wanted to bring that up again, because I don't know at what point that's going to come into play again. Excuse me.
Okay, that's fine. So you guys load up the Midnight Star again and actually set sail out of the port of Sealwater. You have everything as needed, all your supplies, your carriages, and horses are in tow with the ship. Wordham, your wonderful cannoneer, make sure things are absolutely shipshape for you, and you do have a new appointed helmsman.
Nice.
Would it be safe to say I've been doing some studying?
All right, Stonewall, anything before we shove off?
Oh, I can't be
You know,
heard right
probably
now.
seeing everything that, you know, everything, you know.
Let's try that
everything's
again.
there, and in order, you basically give the order to, you know, cast off the lines and, you know, set sail.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask if it would be safe to say that I've done some studying in between the last voyage and this one.
What was that again? I'm sorry?
Could I have been doing some studying about how to actually be a proper...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to require you to do any officer roles today. It's okay.
Good. Just in case. I wanted to make sure I put that in there.
Yeah. Instead of having, you know, cannons running through the length of the gun deck.
That wasn't me.
yeah, no.
Mine blew up.
Okay.
Whatever, that was a thing that happened.
So, a couple of hours and you're all ready to go. You sail out of Stillwater through the Sea of Metro, the trade route, over to the farther east continent where Ikit is supposed to be. There's a moment in the ocean where the Sea of Metro meets the Dragon Sea, and you know you'll be coming upon that tomorrow. So very nice, good weather, a day of sailing, and everything goes pretty much just perfectly as planned.
The Dragon
Past
Sea?
a couple of ships. What now?
The Dragon Sea? Where my dagger is?
Yes.
Oh boy.
You pass a couple of trading vessels. It's a trade route. I mean, there's no pirates or anything. Everything goes well. It is the next day. You are set to make it to Ikit by a couple of hours. And you come across where you think the border is of the Sea of Metro and the Dragon Sea, where you see a long line of large, heavily armored ships that seem to be forming a blockade.
Ooh.
Okay, then.
What do I take it? Battleships, basically, of the period. You know, ships of the line.
They look like defensive ships. They are
Okay.
all lined up. They have the same colors and flag insignia. From your studies and best guess, they look like ships from Ikit. They don't look like they're here to attack. They just look like they're like a blockade, like a border patrol, so to speak.
Okay.
Do we have a flag indicative of the questing circle?
Oh yes, you're decked out now.
Yeah.
You believe you're easily recognizable.
I take it after our first mission with the ship, it would have gotten a flag by then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Captain, I would just have us stay on course, I guess, and until we're hailed or to get close at least to see what, you know, if we can see anything more than just this line of blockading warships.
Mm-hmm. You will get a large You'll get an announcement of something. It sounds like you'll immediately hear people shouting aboard the ships to each other. And Stonewall, you will get a message in your head from, say, a message spell or a sending stone that pretty much announces, attention, you are entering the Dragon Sea. We do not currently have escort ships to ferry you through proper. Any attempts to sail towards Ikit or through the Dragon Sea must make port southwards of Gaston.
Okay.
Do you normally need escorts to get through the Dragon Sea?
From your knowledge, yes. There are dragons abundance in the Dragon Sea, and it's not just a place someone sails through.
So don't say dragons.
So this blockade is normal? Question mark?
You don't believe this blockade is normal? You believe from your readings they would normally have like escort ships waiting? Like your advisors would call ahead, and you would schedule an escort ship to ferry you through so you do not get picked off and destroyed by dragons. But a blockade is not.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not normal procedure. Alright. Well, quickly, as Stone likes to, summoning his officers and then I'm basically telling them, okay, this is the situation. How do you want to proceed, and taking a vote among the officers, if that will be allowed?
Absolutely.
I would say first thing, figure out why the blockade is in place and why we weren't told about it. Because the questing circle is very thorough. They should have known about this.
And so you suggest, so someone would ask us at Edgar, asking, so you suggest we make port and figure out what's going on here, why this blockade is, or should we hail one of these vessels and talk to the captain to find out why they're there?
If someone has message, we could do that easily from a distance.
I do have message, but
there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So what exactly is it you want me to add?
What the purpose of the blockade is and when it went up.
Okay, so Artificial, is there a particular person I should be looking out for to send this message to?
For the namesake, we'll say that Stonewall, when you were messaged, they would have given you like a name and a guard number, so to speak, like the captain of that particular vessel. You could relay that, and Naora could pinpoint him.
Okay, yeah. It'd still immediately point out, which ship among the line of ships that they're staring right in front of.
All right, so you make contact and pretty much ask these questions. Naora, you don't get a response, but Stonewall, you get a response back.
Okay.
That says the blockade was put up just this morning, and it is due to the overseer not being present this morning.
Who's the overseer?
Okay, yeah. And then, someone would mention this to his officers gathered around once he got the message.
You'll get an easy response back once you relay that. They will tell you the overseer is the council representative Goddartho Brightmoon. They will again announce to you that if you want to make your way to Ikit, you will have to port south to the little town of Gastone, which is like a couple of miles from Ikit.
So they're not going to let us through, even if we are armed, I take it. Even if we have defensive capabilities, they won't let us through?
You don't believe so.
Okay.
They're detouring you.
Okay. Someone obviously voice and make a suggestion. It seems like they won't, throughout this day, they're not going to most likely not let us through. We're going to have to detour because we're not getting into a tango with,
Oh yeah, no, you were severely outnumbered in ships and guns.
Yeah, we're not getting to tango with a blockading escort, with a blockading force. No, so someone will make the command decision to make that detour.
Mm-hmm.
Unless anyone has any other suggestion, because that's most likely what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I'm done.
All right, so you pretty much divert the ship southwards into this little town of Gastone, which is just like a tiny little village, homestead. It's just a motley little village, but it's a port village. You make port, and everyone here is familiar with it. They've been getting people here all day. This place is busier than normal. We're getting diverted south. The ports are nearly full, but everyone here is very kind and friendly, and all the villagers and everyone, if you don't ask directly, will just pretty much tell you, yeah, it's just like 2 miles north from right here. They direct you. There's a path right from this village right to Ikit. No problem. They don't know what's up with the blockade either, but they're all about helping you. All right, so I assume you're going to unload the carriages and get the carriages, unless you guys want to walk those 2 miles?
Yeah, we're probably going to...
Carriages.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.
So what's the verdict on, yes, we want carriages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carriages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I am debating, should Edgar ride the horse, or should Edgar summon his normal mount?
I suggest the horse so we don't cause a panic.
Yeah, I suggest the horse.
Yeah, that probably makes more sense.
Yeah, the horse.
I don't think we want to scare these people.
Yeah, I don't think people want to be starting to flip out. At least not yet.
Okay, I will get a horse for you momentarily.
A horse, my kingdom for a horse.
Coco, I'll tell you after the session what his normal mount is. Because it's not from this plane of existence.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, by the way, I started reading Majin Tantai, or I can never get the... And yes, Edgar is that main character.
Yeah. See, in my headcanon, Edgar is his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just make pterodactyl noises?
I can tell.
I'm gonna say, someone summon a dinosaur to the chat.
Sorry, that was me. I used Evil Window and a freaking desk showed up. Sorry, that's a Majin Tante joke that you're gonna understand much later in the series.
Yeah, I've only read the first chapter because I'm sorry, the grammar is painful to read on what I'm using.
Hang on, what are you using? Because I use Manga here. That's the most dependable one for me.
I've got Manga Searcher.
That could be why. I use Manga here because it's more dependable and it has less ads.
Yeah, the translation is garbage.
I'm gonna have to shut down the comment section.
Sorry.
It's okay. So you guys unload the carriages and mount back up on your carriages and make your way a couple of miles north to Ikit. From your approach, you can see Ikit is a heavy fortified place. a large port city. It's bigger than Stillwater by far.
It's been a while.
It is completely stone and metal motif, much like the more fortified of Stillwater. This place reeks of the visual of paladin and military city. It doesn't look daunting in any way, but this is a strong place. It's kind of like Helm's Deep. The middle of it, there's a large cliffside that's risen up in the middle of the city, in which there are buildings and structures built into the front-facing side of the cliff, of which at this point, even this distance, you guys can see flying vessels and different menageries of flying ships docking and porting at this gigantic cliffside.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Are Pelly and Lottie here with us? How are they holding up if they are?
They want to stay on the ship. Actually, no, I'm sorry. They did not go. They did not come with you guys.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I assume
They don't. They weren't needed to come here for this. It's just you guys and the deckhands.
Good.
Yep. So you guys start rolling down the road, and I have a surprise for you guys.
Is it a puppy?
It could be. You see a large blue tent with a familiar-looking flag.
It's a lot of puppies.
You see Roy Kirkby's tent.
Woo! Alright. After a moment of recognition, Edgar is going to do the thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, it's somebody who's familiar, so...
Mm-hmm.
May I ask where's Paw?
Where's who?
Say again?
Where's Fourth Paw?
Fourth Paul, I believe, is... Where's Fourth Paul? Fourth Paul, I believe, is in the carriage.
Yeah, he's tagging along. He's still with you guys.
Okay, because I didn't know. I mean, after the ship went down, I'm just like, where'd he go?
He doesn't have an owner, but he's kind of been sticking close to you guys.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Permission from the DM to be a little bit of a dick.
Permission granted?
I love the audible question mark.
This is gonna be fun.
So, upon recognizing the tent and good old Roy standing out front, Edgar's going to kind of raise an eyebrow, think for a moment. He's going to turn. He's going to see Fourth Paul hanging out on the carriage. I'm assuming the same carriage that Glosson and the General are on.
We'll say probably Fourth Paul is up on top.
Yeah, he's going to kind of raise an eyebrow and think, he's probably not going to be happy if he thinks that Ardwin is essentially gone and now Fourth Paul doesn't have an owner. So, Edgar's going to kind of pull the reins of the horse, fall back behind the carriage.
Oh no.
He's going to take out what looks to be a porcelain mask.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
He's going to put on the mask, and his visage appears to change. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Glosson, you hear a very familiar voice behind you go, alright, that should do it for now. All he did was put the mask back on and y'all are losing.
Almost immediately, Fourth Paul looks around, notices Ardwin, and immediately flocks over to land on you.
Ardwin will immediately hold out a gloved arm and catch.
Happy Fourth Paul.
He'll reach up and kind of scritch under Fourth Paul's chin. Did you miss me?
So as you guys begin to approach, you see Roy's got a lot of horses off to the path, kind of in the road a little bit, but he's got a lot of horses this time. You see some interesting things. He's still unpacking and whatnot. You see another carriage that's a little bit less impressive, but it's decked out. There is a gray horse that is hooked up to this carriage. This horse looks like it should be dead.
Is it a thestral?
It's skin and bones, really taut. This horse has its head down to the ground.
No.
Half of its head and most of its neck is missing.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Patrick, no!
On a large cart stand behind the carriage, you see a very fancifully dressed individual with a steel playing on a bunch of crates. This interesting, jaunty tune with a large bear resting on some barrels next to him, enamored by his music. Out front of the tent, you see your friend Roy Kirksby talking with a copper dragonborn who is shrouded in rags. How do you guys approach, and what do you do? Have fun.
Oh god. Hey, Arwen has
Weird. Wait, say again. What?
So, hey, Arwen, has Glosson seen you yet? Like, where are you right now?
At first, when he was behind the carriage, you heard his voice. Like you couldn't have missed him.
Okay, good.
So my assumption was that you turned around when you heard it, possibly like attempted to jack slap it.
I'm considering it.
Just Glosson leans out the window. Excuse me?
He just trots up and gets frickin' clotheslined by Glosson off of his horse.
Going.
Hey, if you want to do that, I support it.
Oh god, please don't.
But a flesh wound.
Please do.
Well, I won't be that cruel. If anything, Glosson will probably turn, see, stiffen, to look back. He just sits there kind of stiff in the carriage. He's trying not to make a scene or notice it as much, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And not make a deal about it.
Yeah, Artwin, heavy quotation mark, we'll give you a brief nod, and bring the horse back up beside the carriage where Artwin would normally ride.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before I forget.
So you guys... Oh, go ahead.
Before I forget, thanks to our one-off at the convention, don't forget, I still have a hold of Ardwin's soul.
Wait, huh? Is it Ardwin's soul, or didn't I thought you said that you just picked up and threw Ardwin onto the table?
No, it was Ardwin's soul.
Huh?
How the hell would you have gotten that? I'm confused.
No, I had just scribbled on a piece of paper just for shits and giggles, Ardwin, in the game, and threw the paper on the table.
That's right, yeah.
Hey, you can bet anything. You don't physically have to have it.
My god.
So I have Ardwin's soul, don't worry.
But what is Ardwin?
Well, clearly he has to be something if I have his soul.
You have something labeled Ardwin. You're not sure what it is.
No.
Rhetorical questions later.
Don't ruin this for me.
I am the player that is here to mess with absolutely everyone here, including the DM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna slap you next time I see you.
Yep.
So you guys pull up upon Roy's tent. Please do as you please, move as you please, enjoy. Roy seems to be talking with this Dragonborn woman, and it's not an argument, but they're heavily discussing something. He almost doesn't even see your approach, kind of tears his vision away for a moment, kind of just graciously waves, recognizing the two carriages. He seems like overly. He can't really come to greet you. He's talking.
Ordwin waves back. I just want to check because I recognize these other characters here. Are they dressed the same as the first time that we met them, or no?
They are, in fact.
Okay.
You recognize these two individuals from the dungeon bubble.
Okay.
And Lost City, by the way.
Oh shoot!
Excuse me?
Right? Didn't they lose somebody?
The Canadian Maui-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they lost another one in a dungeon somewhere.
Oh wow! So it's just down to the two of them now.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm legit surprised we haven't. Oh, well, I mean, technically, in a way, we did lose one of our crew, but you know.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, did you lose one of your crew to snack time, or did you lose another one to me?
Well, I'm thinking. Well, my first thought was Arwen, but Chips is a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And supposedly Artemis, if you want to count that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I'm trying to forget it.
Welcome to D&D, where people die.
All right, guys, please have some time. Move about, do as you please. Oh, I need to grab another token. I apologize.
My dear, am I allowed to move Gwendella?
Yes. I don't know if she is able to. Large Argon. Go ahead. You should have control.
This is gonna.
Okay. There's
Quietly
horses. There's new people, etc., etc. Enjoy.
I cannot move my token.
Oh, thank you. Please, Gloss.
I'm sorry. Can I say that Gwendella got excited when she saw like animals and such and just jumped out of the carriage?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's something she would do.
Animals! Yay! But where would she go first is the question. Would she go to the tent or the animals?
I feel like she would go to the closest horse she could see.
Wait. God.
Yep.
Wheeze!
Is that like undead horse?
This horse looks like it should be dead. You're not sure if it's
Hugh Blossom.
clarified.
Gwendella.
It's very much alive.
As Gwendella runs past, Elmar drops his head and kind of, hello, my child. Elmar is a Disney horse confirmed.
just the pets on this half face. She just looks up to you, goes, "Horsey, this it feels so good."
Stop.
Oh.
Anyway.
Is his name Sven?
Nope.
Ow!
Oh.
No.
You'll get a kind of a tart bark from this dragonborn who sees you messing with her horse. His name's Pat. He doesn't bite.
I'll turn to her. Thank you. Back to this poor horse that he's kind of grimacing. Oh, this poor thing.
This horse has no life in its eyes.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
It's Eeyore, all grown up.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh no.
You'll see the dragonborn break off from Roy and come over, stand kind of at the edge of the cart with this large bear enamored by this bard's music. And she'll just kind of shout out to him, "He can't do more than 25. Well, I'm sorry. Look, if you want to buy a bear, you can buy a bear. I'm not fronting you the money." She has this one-sided conversation with this bard.
Peek around behind horse. Eh?
Oh, is the bard trying to buy the dancing bear?
name, by the way, that I'm just dropping names?
Well, it's fine. They kind of have introduced themselves before.
Okay. Because I say your name dropping.
I would need everyone to kind of formally introduce before I drop a name tag, though.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, it's good to see you guys again. I didn't expect to see you so soon. Roy comes over very excited.
Ardwin will wave. He's the only one still mounted on the horse. I apologize I didn't get to see you before. Sadly, I was out of commission for a little bit.
Someone.
It's perfectly fine. I see Thrift's owners doing very well. How is everybody? How are the pets? How are the animals?
Q Russell.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Dabu dee dabu wah.
I'm guessing that Naora does not have her bunny with her, so I'm assuming that the bunny is attempting to follow by hopping out of the cart and just faceplant.
Aw.
No,
She's
she would,
fine.
no, she would carry her.
Aw.
You need like a little bunny hammock, like one of those slings that they use for babies.
No, I got this. It's like it's an overly large rabbit, so I imagine it's that scene from Howl's Moving Castle where Sophie's trying to carry the heavy dog up the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, please.
Right, Roy's excited at all the animals and everyone's okay. He'll openly invite you to come look in the tent. He's got new animals. He says he kind of frowns a little bit. So one per person, but please come look. I got lots more. I got all the horses. Like he's ecstatic. He openly invites you to come peruse or look about the new animals and whatnot if you wanted.
Yeah, this will be fine until we have to talk to him about something.
Yes, please bring that up.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Players or him.
Because
Missing children.
I think, was this before or after we started streaming?
I was in Wisconsin when you did this, and I'm flipping out now because I'm still getting all these Black Butler flashbacks.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
We
So this
recorded
was...
it. I don't know if we were streaming.
Yes, I don't know if that's... No, I think that's not going up because I can't get it edited. So... At least
But
not
you
yet.
did.
So for the
The fair's
people
up.
at home, last time the circus was in town, a lot of children went missing.
You're roboting for me very badly, but yes, you did upload. Or
Well, the point is everybody on the stream heard me, so...
Oh, okay.
My microphone goes through XSplit first and then Discord.
Mhm.
Okay.
So Ardwin is going to dismount and he'll take up the offer to check out what's still there.
You want to go check out the animals?
Yeah, just peruse. He's not looking to get anything because he's got fourth paw, but he'll peruse.
If you wanna, you can peruse at your leisure. If you want to see like anything about the high roller pets or if any animals take a liking to you, I'll need you to roll.
That's fine.
Just let me know if you want to do any of that.
Do I just move my token to the tent or what?
Yeah, just be like on the, at least on the back, just to signify you were in the tent if you don't mind.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to follow Roy or not.
Oh no, he's kind of just he's chatting with everybody or whatever you like to do.
I would also like to peruse the animals.
Absolutely.
Before I
What
follow
is that
anybody
again? Is that a D20 or and a D4?
Just do me a D20 for the animals. What was that, Glosson?
Oh, pause. Can you hear me now?
Yes?
Yes.
I plugged my mic back in and realized I did not turn on my phantom box. That's why it wasn't working.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
Nice.
I had the realization. I just wanted to wonder if does Patrick give any reaction to being pet? He's just totally dead inside.
Patrick looks like he's chewing on something, but it doesn't look like Patrick has taken any bite of grass. But Patrick
What are you chewing on? Choose faster.
chews slower. No, Patrick gives no reaction at all.
That's fair. Poor Patrick.
I'm fine, I lied, I'm dying inside.
Gwendolyn will just reach up to the side, plant two little hands on the side of this horse, and just kind of rub her fingers along the ribs, and just giving you the saddest look, like the horse needs to eat.
Oh, baby.
She'll kind of look at it. The horse does some effect of a sigh, and then she just takes her hands off really quickly and looks at you with just the saddest eyes ever, like she's just been told something.
Oh. Oh no.
She kind of takes a step away. She kind of flocks to your legs, Glosson, like, I don't know if I like this horse.
Glosson will look down to the horse back. Oh, darling. Just asks her what's up.
Patrick needs help.
Honey, we all do.
Who has detect thoughts?
I think if you do. Or speak with dead will work too.
Okay, I'll speak with dead.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
I go to the horse. What's going on?
Okay, in the back of your mind, it tunes in and you get this very solemn, dead to the world voice. I am a horse. I pull things. I've accepted my fate. I am a horse. I pull things. I've accepted my fate. And much like before, underneath that, this very, very subtle but very strong. End me. End me.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
It really is grown-up Eeyore.
Yes, you called?
Childhood ruin, childhood ruin.
No, childhood ruined.
The Dragonborn will shout over to Roy, interrupting everyone. Roy, can we do it for 12? He says, I'm sorry, it's gotta be 30. She stamps a foot and turns back around and continues one-sided talking with this bard. Seeing a few of the people go in the tent, Roy will kind of says, do you guys want to come into the... Can we talk inside? Do you want to talk out here?
Oh, terribly sorry. No, we can go inside.
Yeah, come look. I got so many things. I got like a whole new bunch of pseudo dragons. Like, I love the horses. I got such a good deal for the horses. I had we started talking about how there was a farmer that was having to get rid of all of his horses because he couldn't keep up a fence. Some silly nonsense. And he got all his horses to take care of in the meantime.
Just the whole like nodding and listening.
He's gonna kind of walk towards the tent if anyone wants to follow.
By the way, for the animals, I rolled a 14.
Thank you. You find along the high roller pets, there is there's actually a rat in a small little cage that perks up and is kind of pawing at the cage for you.
Oh.
It's healthy. It's kind of a grayish tan. He seems more that one seems more excited than the others.
Its name is Peter Pettigrew.
Nice.
Ardwin will kind of raise an eyebrow and look around.
I also wanted to look at the pets. I rolled an 8.
Okay. you actually see there's a large aquarium set up now to the side. There's a bunch of exotic-looking fish, and there is one large, like a tropical beta, that seems to be interested in you coming over, while the other fish just kind of be doing their own thing. This is in the high roller pets as well. They have names, by the way. The rat was actually named Remlin. And the chart above the fish tank says that this particular tropical beta is Deborah.
Deborah?
Deborah.
I'm surprised it wasn't a fish named Wanda.
Ha! Clever.
Thank you for understanding that reference.
I watch older movies. I get it.
Is this another one of those situations where we only get to roll once for the high roller pets and that's all?
I mean, you can roll again if you just want to keep looking.
Yeah, I was just thinking about keeping looking.
Yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of the other non-named, non-trained animals about, but those could be to your choosing.
What about 13?
13 will get you another owl. A young owlet, in fact.
Oh, feather baby.
Gibbon. Like the primate. Gibbon.
Hmm.
Are we
Talks
rolling
about...
10?
What now?
Sorry, I rolled a 10.
Okay. Are we rolling what now?
What dice are we rolling for this?
If you want to look at the high roller pet specifically, you can roll me a d20.
Okay.
And you said a 10?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Who's a frilled lizard?
Ooh.
Woo. Oh.
Kersha.
Wait, what was the name again?
Kersha.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled. I got a 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a young Labrador dog.
Oh!
Muttons.
Oh!
Oh.
Well, I got a low roll right off the bat, which I'm kind of glad for because I got a low roll out of the way.
It's just percentile. It's okay.
I literally rolled 13 all the same time. I'm freaking annoyed.
Oops.
What'd you get, Glossom?
5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a blue pseudo dragon
Ooh!
Ooh.
Ooh woo.
with a name tag that says Nessa.
No. Stop it right. No! Oh my god, my theory!
Wait, what? What?
Oh.
You stop it! That's not okay! No way, shape, or form! Do you guys remember there was a little girl at the freaking festival whose name was Nessa? My theory was right!
Oh, yeah, that was just, yeah.
All of the trained animals, the children going missing, the trained animals are the kids! Oh my god!
No.
That is a problem.
I told this to Will in the car. I was like, watch this. The trained animals are going to be like the missing kids. And he was like, I will need to confirm nor deny. Bye! Bye!
Argon and Will, are you guys still outside, or were you in the tent as well?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna still be outside.
Okay, just clarifying.
By the way, I rolled a 4.
Okay, there is... Ooh, you'll get another fish, another tropical beta.
What's the name?
Tall Dill.
That's one tall dill. Looks at a pickle.
Yeah, Roy's happily going about just bragging about all these wonderful new pets he's got. He's eager to show them off. You can tell this man doesn't get a lot of people to stop on the road.
So Coco is currently dying. Can someone detect thoughts?
Oh no.
I'm gonna play this out just a quick second. Blossom looks at the blue pseudo dragon, reads the, and he
The
starts
dragon
blink.
perks up. It's happy to see you.
He blink. Step back. Anybody closest can see. He's starting to tremble a little bit, and his eye. I remember he does wear an eye patch, so his visible eye has gone wide, and something just clicked.
Gwendella will kind of tug at you a little bit, noticing something's wrong.
Ardwin from across the tent also straightens a bit. He has a Glosson is in trouble radar.
Now, is that exclusive to Ardwin, or does Edgar have that too?
Who knows?
Well, that's why I'm asking.
I will neither confirm nor deny either case.
From
Tag team DMing triggering players since how long now? A year?
Yeah?
From where Glosson stands, he's gonna just kind of, Roy, where did you get these new animals from?
Oh, I get the animals the same way I always do. We all collectively, I shouldn't say wrangle, that's a rude word. We take in the adoption animals here from the wild who need good homes. The high roller pets are personally trained by me that are animals in need of some form of recovery that I get from my respected trappers. I think you met them when you were at the fair, did you not?
In other words, Roy doesn't know that these are actually kids.
He sits there, and his breath starts to pick up, and he just kind of looks at his hands, just like, oh god. And then he looks to Russell on his shoulder, and he looks horrified. The color is gone from his face. He is.
Ardwin's gonna run over now. I feel like what's wrong? What's going on? Are you okay? What's happening?
His voice is quiet at first, but he goes, children.
Yeah, Roy's concerned.
Children.
What about children? What's going? Lawson, are you okay?
When these children that went missing. His voice just raises. The fear is real. He looks at the blue scene. That girl, Nessa, she was with us.
Ardwin is really confused because he wasn't there. He's gonna look around.
Roy's trying to figure out what you're referencing. Roy's concerned for you.
Ardwin's gonna kind of look around and kind of give everybody else looks of someone please fill me in.
Glosson just, we were at the festival. As soon as the festival was over, children started going missing. They couldn't find them. Children went missing. The Trappist said Roy told and he knew it was something along the lines of being helpful. Roy, you don't know. You've been selling children.
I've been what? He's trying to understand what you're implying.
Ardwin's gonna kind of stop everything here. Hold on. Do you have any evidence of this at all?
He opens his mouth and he realizes he doesn't have physical proof. Then he's going to believe me. I was talking to the trappers after the festival. They seemed shady and suspicious, and they said something. Roy being more helpful than he knew, and they acted so suspicious and shady, and they.
You spoke with who? Lionel or Jadara? What's going on? What do they say? Roy's trying to understand.
It's kind of bad because I don't actually remember verbatim what these people told Glosson, but I just,
They were very vague, but you spoke with Jadara,
okay.
the female.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that part I remembered. But the lady, the female, Jadara, probably, it all seemed so bizarre, and he takes a deep breath and he settles himself. It seemed bizarre. They didn't really want to talk. She saw something, an animal, I think, and was very happy, and she went to go pet them, and then Jadara came, we started talking, and she said these things that make sense. I know it's crazy, but there was a little girl who loved these blue stuffed pseudo dragons at the festival. Her name was Nessa. Her and this blue pseudo dragon be similar.
Similar how? Other than, I admit that that's an uncanny connection, but at the same time,
Glosson, you can see that this blue pseudo dragon in question does that stupid cliche of where the animalistic features remind you and share characteristics of the actual person. So in a way, it somehow looks like the child.
Oh my god.
You're pretty positive in your theory.
Oh my god. Part is he has no physical proof, so he sounds like a crazy person. Oh god. I mean, did any other one of you see her? She was standing with me.
Oh yeah, Naora and Stonewall, and especially Willow, should be familiar with Nessa, but Willow's not right here.
Stonewall would obviously pop up. Yeah, I seem, now that I think back on it, yeah, she was hanging around us quite a bit.
I remember specifically getting a pseudo dragon.
Yeah, he'll come over to the both of you. You can see it, right? She looks like Nessa, and it's Nessa. They look the same. They have the same name. They're a blue pseudo dragon for God's.
So, Artificial, do I also see this, that it looks like Nessa?
You can make a connection that they look similar in characteristics somehow.
Oh, okay, we'd be able to make a connection.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, Stone said.
Naora will blink and slowly nod towards Glosson.
Yeah, Stonewall would repeat something similar, being, I don't want to believe, but it seems true.
Glosson will slowly turn to Roy and politely put his hands on the man's shoulders. Roy, do you ever watch your Trapback?
I don't. They bring the animals to me. You can see he's searching through his mind. He's about to have a hard time too. I don't. But I don't. Why would they? No, I can't. No, they wouldn't do that. Would they? He's
Wait.
trying to keep himself
Can I
calm.
use detect thoughts on Nessa to see if I can get any?
Ooh, nice. Please do.
Okay, I used detect thoughts. Do I get anything?
Pseudo dragon noises.
God damn it. Animals. Alright, don't you know animals speak?
yeah, I was about to say, don't you
Can
speak
I use speak with animals? Can I use speak with animals?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What do you ask? Or what do you speak?
looks to Glossin for help. Like, doesn't know how to quite phrase the question to the pseudo dragon.
Okay. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about it too, because she's obviously gonna have her name. I don't know if these trappers did any sort of memory wipe. I don't know if that's a spell that can happen.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
These children's memories, then they could fake this out and be totally fine.
Can I use detect magic to see if there's any kind of magical influence that any of these animals are under?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Please do.
Alright, I'm doing so. So that would be... What level is... it's a level 1. I have plenty of those. So detect magic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll give you that answer after we answer the question with the talk with animals.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have an idea. Glossin turns to Roy for a brief moment. So you said the trappers, do they ever explain where they get the animals? Do they give reason?
Yes. He will pull out he'll rummage through a chest and pull out like a large list. He hastily and half panically lets you know that whenever they bring an animal, they will tell you where they got it, how they found it, what state, and they log it. They properly log it. Where, why, how, the initial behaviors of the animals to keep track of their progress for Roy.
So he nods. All right. So they give you a reason. He turns to Neora. Ask Nessa if she remembers the festival.
Alright, Naora turns to the pseudo dragon and asks if she remembers anything of a festival.
You speak to this pseudo dragon, and it quickly perks up, being able to understand you. And instead of answering your question, you get a very simple "hello" back.
Oh God!
Naora will say hello and repeat the question.
Hi. Yeah, I remember fairs. They're really fun. You can understand me?
Naora would just stand in shock and blink and then says yes before turning to Glossin and saying repeating what the pseudo dragon told her.
He gives a slow nod. All right, that's much.
It's been so lonely. No one can understand what I'm saying. You'll get from the little pseudo dragon.
Baby.
Were people able to understand you before?
She doesn't seem so distressed. Just like matter of fact, like no one's been able to understand what I'm saying. That will quickly follow up with another line, Naora, you hear from the pseudo dragon. You see this dragon kind of ponder its form. It looks about like toes, wings, and kind of looks up. It looks around again, and then it's almost like a thought, not like she's speaking out loud, but you hear this phrase that's almost like a thought of someone thinking to themselves that you get the line, "This is a fun dream, but I hope I wake up soon."
That's not okay.
Not okay. Not cool.
Hardwin /
He
Edgar.
turned to the pseudo dragon and
Hold
asked,
it.
One second, Naora, please.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry.
You detect magic. All the high roller pets are swarming with magical nonsense.
I'm gonna guess that a few people back away from Ardwin because suddenly his eyes are bright red.
Even your own, if you want to detect, all of your familiars were high roller pets, and they do have a magical presence to them.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh,
Glosson will step back a pace, but he'll turn to Ardwin and just, Ardwin, what do you see?
Ardwin is going to. You're going to hear from his mouth. You are certain. Very deep toned that it's not Ardwin's voice, that's Edgar's.
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
The voice from Ardwin asked Glosson, are you certain? But it was Edgar's voice, not Ardwin's. And it's Edgar's eyes as well.
Oh god.
Hmm.
Edgar, I mean, Ardwin, Yes.
Once again, Edgar's voice springs out. Well, in that case, it seems that we have a problem that needs to be fixed. The illusion dissipates, and once again, Edgar is standing there. He doesn't seem to care that he just transformed right in front of, Roy.
One sec, working on that.
Go ahead, that's fine. It's okay. I don't expect you to have these tokens, like, up and running constantly.
Not directly related to that, but almost as if on cue. Thank you, Edgar. Roy, as you kind of transform, Roy hits the ground hard, just falling flat on his butt, his head in his hands. He just pulls his hat off. He's staring at the ground. He's having a crisis right now. He's trying not to hyperventilate. He's put the pieces together too, and it makes sense in theory, but he doesn't want to believe it.
Edgar is going to turn around and tell everybody to put their animals down now.
Glosson very quickly. Sorry.
No, go ahead, but you first.
Glosson very gently does so to Russell. He sits him down on like the floor or a table, and he makes his way to Roy and sits down in front of him. He's seen this before. He's experienced this before.
Neora will put their cellar down as well gently, and then stand.
Yeah, someone puts stuff down. Same thing.
Yeah, Edgar's already put forth the paw down, so I'm assuming James, you're bearded dragon as well.
yeah, I believe I still have them.
Yep.
Meanwhile, real quick, Willow, you get Patrick. Patrick's not a bad horse.
Yeah.
Patrick's not the most talkative, but Patrick's a neat horse.
So, pardon
Okay,
me,
moving on.
Edgar pulling. Pardon, Edgar pulling some crazy demon BS. Once again, the left glove comes off. Edgar holds out his hand, and what appears to be a pinpoint of almost gray light appears in the palm of his hand. It starts to slowly expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he finally says, anime style, evil no. Let me read out what this does, because this could go very well or very badly.
Ooh.
Evil Null, a tier 5 tool, a special canceller that nullifies any and all magic in the area, completely cancels out all magic in a 400-foot radius.
Ooh. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Give me a ruler. This could be bad.
Oh no. Oh
It's gonna be the whole map. I can almost guarantee it's gonna be the whole map.
That's not good. Okay.
It's a temporary canceller. It doesn't it doesn't permanently knock everything out.
Okay.
It can also technically be adjusted. You need me to do that?
No, just I got this. Just do what you're gonna do. I don't have the tokens for this, but I can make this work.
That is fine, but yeah, because the light expands and engulfs the entire area.
Willow, are you currently with us? Daniel.
Yes.
Okay, do you have your familiar on you, or did you still leave them at home?
I usually leave her alone.
Thought so, okay.
I'm a horrible person.
Well, no. Just a little inconvenient.
Continue.
Well, that's what happens. Is the light emanates out and just engulfs most of the air. It looks like one of those anime explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So this essentially mega dispel magic happens, and Jesus, I don't have the tokens for it. All of your animals revert back into humans, as well as the ones in the tent. Revert back into their children form and just kind of flop down in a dazed confusion of where am I, what just happened. Roy screams as he takes all this in, just, oh God, it was all true. Outside, Willow, this gray light just emanates from the tent, and you get very concerned for a moment as this force washes over you, and you feel pain. You don't take damage, but you feel pain. You hear a wince from both Udojin and from Vinny. Vinny actually stops playing music and stands up and does this death glare at this tent.
Sorry, Vinny, I forgot you were out there.
You don't have to do Traveler's Insight, but you remember these two, and for Vinny to stop playing music, damn.
Vinny flips off the tent. Anyway. Wait, what about the bear outside? Is that still a...
That's still a bear.
Okay, good.
It was probably the bear they were
horses
working
are still
with.
horses?
Yeah, the horses are fine. The high roller pets are the only ones that seem to be affected. So there's a bunch of kids. It's like that episode from Samurai Jack where all the kids just start waking up.
Oh.
You get to see what your own individual familiars look like as former children, and you can see the resemblance.
Look like? What does Russell look like? What does Russell look like?
Russell looks like the little boy version if a crow was given animal form.
So
if a crow was
Sven,
given human form. Not quite, but if you want to do that.
Okay, let me send you a picture of who I'm thinking. Because you're going to be like, oh, yeah, probably. If anybody has ever heard the manga plus anima.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That'll work. I remember.
Okay, yeah, Russell's adorable. I'll send it in the group
For
chat.
some reason, why was I thinking Hal, young Hal?
That would probably
work.
oh yeah, Hal from Hell's Moving Castle.
Like, no, they're all normal. I mean, they're all not strictly human. There's a few elves, young elves in here, but they're all at least under like 10. But they're all normal. They're wearing clothes, and they're all just extremely confused.
I'm getting really nasty Black Butler vibes.
After Roy stops screaming, he manages to tear like a sending stone out of his pocket and just starts screaming into it for Bronowich and Emerson to get here and get here now.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So it was 5.
I think Fiven was a female. It should be on your notes.
Out of curiosity, what does this fella look like?
I didn't plan what the children look like. You can determine that on your own, guys. Sorry,
I'm just
but I
assuming
didn't
that
plan
fourth
on it.
Paul looks like little chicken nugget from Yuri on Ice.
Ah.
Apologies. I didn't plan on this happening so soon, so I don't have a token or anything. From what looks like a
Sorry.
similar teleportation circle set up in the tower, there's one in the tent. You see his sons, Bronwich and Emerson, both pop up and looking very concerned and frantic for their father. And they go to rush over, but there's a whole shit ton of kids in this tent. And they just kind of stand there like, what's going on? Roy scrambles up and runs over. They embrace their father, and he just starts blabbering and he's horrified. He embraces them and just starts telling them what's going on. And that turns into the break of the embrace, and then he just starts shouting at them, asking if they knew anything or were they a part of it, etc., etc. And you guys can immediately tell that they've gone into some sort of defensive stance. They may have been in on it. They try to assure Roy they don't.
Right. Someone used detect thoughts on these fuckers.
Yeah.
So
We're just going to go down right here, right now.
I kind of want to use detect thoughts on them.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, please, careful, there's children.
I used detect thoughts on the two.
Unless you want to specifically ask anything specific, you will get all the information you need, which is they knew about it, but they weren't exactly responsible. They weren't with it, but they knew about it. And it's solely the trappers.
Nia kind of frowns as she looks up to Roy. Oh, God. And
Roy's going to be demanding the trappers be here and be here now, and the sons are trying to tell him they're not available right now. They haven't been answering. We'll see them next week during the normal shipments. We can deal with this then.
Right. Yeah.
Roy's trying to calm down. He's not happy with his children.
Nara, do you tell Roy what the boys say, or what you heard?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he'll out our asses and rape him a new one then. Oh Lord, I don't have this planned up script-wise or anything, but he just starts every name in the book. It's not that he's mad, he's just disappointed. No, he is mad.
Your mother was a bleep, and a bleepity bleepity bleep.
Oh no, these boys start delving into themselves. Oh, Jesus, they're not happy now. Dad's getting me yelled at. Yeah, no, Roy verbally rips him a new one, and pretty much just
With that, actually, as Roy's scolding them, Niora kind of folds her hands and just glares at the two boys.
oh yeah, everyone. I'm sure they're all getting the stink eye from everyone here.
Can we say weapons are slowly being pulled out at this moment?
I am saying you can try, as a lot of children start kind of wandering up to you, like, what's going on? Where am I?
Edgar's gonna take care of that. Edgar's gonna start herding the kids into a circle, and he's actually really good with kids.
It's like herding cats.
He's gonna be herding the kids into the side.
Let's go all the creepy.
And he's conjuring up little illusions, like little illusory animals for them to play with. He's getting them away from all of this.
Yeah.
What was?
Smart
I'm
move.
sorry.
Please be
Argon, what-
careful how you say demon daddy.
That's why
I'm sorry, James. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Come on, single line by the necromancer guy.
Yeah, that's right.
You are really soft.
He is.
Barely hear.
Willow, from outside, you hear a lot of children and a lot of shouting. You don't know what just happened.
You want to come in?
You want to join the party?
Yeah, the two bounty hunters over here kind of look to you like, what's that about?
Here, I'll make this.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is perfect. I'll get to you in just a second. I'm sorry for interrupting, but this has to happen.
That's good.
They look to you like, do you know what that's about?
No, do you?
No, but it doesn't concern us. Come on. And they start ushering away with the bear. They push this bear up in the back of the carriage that doesn't really want to go. And they're about to make off with the bear. Do you do anything, Willow?
I get out of their way and just say, you better hurry, otherwise you're gonna barely make it.
Eudogen just kind of sneers at you. She whips off as Patrick just bolts from a dead stop to a solid sprint as this carriage rockily takes off. The bear, seemingly happy on its interesting new journey, Vivi will give a tilt of a hat as they go off. Congratulations.
Okay.
So,
That's
I assume you go to join the tent now, Willow.
And the horse is in the cart, yes.
They're off the mat, don't worry.
Mostly that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go run and grab Willow, but if she's come,
We'll say you go get her at the door. So, Willow, there's a bunch of children, and Roy is yelling at his sons. Edgar's got a bunch of kids.
hey Will,
Yes?
4 kids, clank.
So, 4 kids.
Something will explain later. Anyway.
But to say, I don't know what's going on here, but okay.
That's an inside joke, it's all good.
I leave
Yeah.
you guys
Edgar's
alone
surrounded
for
by a
5
horde of
minutes,
children.
and you're surrounded by children.
Demon Daddy. I mean, what? That's the last one. Anyway.
Willow, Edgar is going to see you come in, and he's going to kind of carefully mouth the words to you, call the boss now.
I just nod and pull out the sending stone.
Okay, who do you contact?
Ghostbusters.
Ooh, that's a good question. Could I contact Vivian since she's not on duty anymore?
Yeah, she's on duty, she's just not on the Isaiah's case. She's not
Oh,
allowed
good.
to be-
I'm gonna call the potentially evil person who's probably very fond of children to come deal with this mess.
Potentially evil?
Release in the fire, man.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. I'm one of them. So I'm gonna call Vivian. Vivian, we've got a situation here.
What kind of situation? What's going on?
Well, we're at a...
She sounds like you caught her off guard. She obviously didn't expect to be contacted.
Right. Well, we were at a traveling familiar stand, and the tent is now full of children that apparently weren't there before. Someone give me the rundown.
Edgar's just gonna give you a hand motion of come here and give me the line.
I hold on. I'm handing you to my superior.
Ed,
Here's Edgar.
you've got your own sending stone.
I hand Edgar the phone.
Edgar currently has like several hands busy doing like a puppet show to keep all the children entertained. So he's so what he's doing is he's ushering you over so that you can hold the sending stone up to his face. Yeah, you have to hold it to his face.
It's a spell stone.
My cell stone's not working properly. Hold on. I put it up to his face.
Ed, very quick rundown. Apparently there was a missing children's case that I wasn't aware of, and it turns out those missing children were being kidnapped, turned into animals, and sold as pets. We have them here. Please send back.
Oh my gosh, yes, right away.
One Edgar, one sentence.
Yeah, I found the kids.
What now?
I said, honey, I found the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. She said, yeah, right away, please. Within like 30 seconds, you hear a few of the teleportation circles in the carriages light up, and you get, we'll say, a guard captain and guards from Stillwater file out and come in, and it's like a whole police report thing that begins.
Mhm.
Wait,
Go ahead.
does Edgar's spell go, though?
Edgar's spell does this weird thing. Okay, so the way that Magic Null works, that it essentially, or not Magic Null, Evil Null works, is that it cancels out any magic that's not supposed to be there. But because, like, there's runes and such that giving the carriages their power, that will restore once the spell, because the way that it happens, it slowly retracts back in. So given that he was centered in the tent, it's still going to stay active.
Yeah, that comes online in a moment or two. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So
Good question, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry, I need to, like, outline how these work properly, because I have certain things.
Fine. I forgot about that. But the guards come in, you fill them in, you get the full report from everybody. Slowly but surely, they start getting children to the carriages and start teleporting them back. You get, shucks, who? Well, say you get Lynette Blakemore, the representative from the council that is a highly respectable figure, not just a guard captain, but someone above them that you can trust and recognize. That assures you that they'll all be sent home properly and safely. We'll test for any residual magics, etc.
Wait, after they take them out of the magic bubble, do they turn back into animals?
That's the problem, is that they do. It's an area of effect. It's not permanent. Edgar can do a permanent thing, but he'll have to do it one by one on all of them.
Okay, no, I got this. So as soon as the first one gets out of that bubble, Lynette will recognize this and immediately call one of the guard captains who is fluent with druidic magic, and they will find a way to nullify that almost on the spot for every child.
That's good.
Fine. Come on, children. Get your vaccines. Just
chugging mana potions.
Yeah, so that slowly gets rectified and children start and so there's a couple of guards that are kind of waiting on each of you to kind of be like, okay, so who's at fault here? As they obviously recognize the berating father. And they're just kind of like, I think it's something to do with them, but we're going to let this play out first.
Edgar's going to walk directly up to the guard captain who's in charge of all of this and give them a full rundown. Points to Roy. He had nothing to do with it. Leave him be. Points to the two sons. Knew of it. Weren't involved. And then he'll immediately take down the names of the that he's just heard. Write them down on a scrap of paper. It's like, these are the guilty parties. Go ahead and find them.
Oh yeah, you do the full report, and that gets and that starts to get sorted.
Edgar's doing this with the professionalism of someone who's seen this crap before, or at least heard about this crap happening from one of his buddies in the demon world.
Yes.
He happens to know a guy who okay. To do something real dumb here. Edgar's gonna turn to everybody, because the party is probably looking at him like, you're handling this awfully well. He's gonna turn to everybody and go, I know a friend who masqueraded as a butler for about 200 years, went through something similar. Anyway.
Hey! Clever.
Oh.
Nice. So that slowly gets rectified. Eventually, the captains get to speak with Roy and the two sons. Roy is beyond unhappy with his kids right now, and they can obviously, you can tell they know by their body.
I hope so. I mean, he did just like.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. That means we no longer have familiars.
Right?
A good thing, definitely. But it's also kind of sad.
I mean, yeah, but oh,
Yeah.
Willow, it strikes you. Oh, wait. Yours is still at home.
We're gonna have to do some cleanup because mine is still at home. I let them know.
Okay, with your permission, they will ask if you want one of your or to deal with that in your absence. Instead of waiting until you get home.
Please, it's a purple toad. She is currently in the aquarium.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
like
no
it.
problem.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll radio it in, and within a few moments, you'll get word back from somebody that they.
Edgar's going to call over to Roy that if he has any documentation of what animals have been sold, he might want to hand that over to authorities.
Yeah, no, he's giving the guards everything. He's at this point, he's trying to get his sons in more trouble because he is not okay.
For those who are sad about their
He's gone angry, Dad. He's like, I don't care. Send it to prison for life. I don't care.
Here's the entire filing cabinet of information.
You're saying, Katie, you're
we still can't hear you, Jason.
I never did. This is new to me.
What?
What?
Argon, we can't hear you, like, at all.
This is weird. This is a new thing.
Shout into your microphone. We cannot hear you.
Can you
Type
hear
it.
me now?
Just
No.
type, honey.
No.
Just type, or I swear to God, I'm gonna mute you because I cannot hear you, and hearing this super tiny voice is really not okay.
Just real quick, does anyone have to leave at 11? How crunched are we?
Alas, I do. I must work.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still good.
Same.
I also just opened up the chat, and right there is Yas Demon Daddy.
Yep.
Okay, so slowly but surely this starts to get rectified. Lawson, Gwendell has just been kind of clinging to you. She's put the pieces together and she's a little shaken, but she'll be okay, you think?
Nonetheless, he's gonna squat down and give her some comfort. You know, the whole petting of the head. Shh, alright.
Okay, if you need to hop out, Argon, thank you for joining us. We're going to be wrapping up soon. Don't let us keep you, please. Yeah, slowly but surely this gets kind of knocked out as best you can for now, and it gets to a point where the guards kind of just tell you it might be best just to continue on. We'll wrap things up here.
Oh. Okay.
All right, everyone, back to the bus.
Yes, Miss Frizzle.
Before he leaves, hang on, Edgar's gonna.
Argon, we'll say as a parting gift, you do give the child your last of your blueberry.
Aww.
That's adorable.
They sort of remember you, but it's like a dream state. Like they know who you are, but they don't really remember their time with you.
Ah!
But he fervently eats the blueberries like there's no tomorrow.
Edgar won't really say anything to Fourth Paul, but he'll step by and kind of ruffle his head as he walks past.
Glosson would probably give a quick to Russell, trying not to be forlorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nero.
The words of
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice, James. Good job. Good one. As you guys start filtering out of the tent, there's no longer a carriage. There are no longer there.
Babes. To Willow.
They were there when I walked into the tent.
Right.
All right.
Plausible deniability.
Glosson would be.
Okay. Well, without anything else, you guys can wrap this up however you please, as we kind of mount the carriages and need to kind of be on our way.
Right, before we leave, Edgar is going to walk up and courteously apologize with Ardwin earlier. However, if you need to contact me for whatever reason...
He grabs your hand. Sorry to interrupt. Roy would just... He's not listening to you. He's still quite stirred, but he'll just grab your hand and furiously, in a respectful way. He means well, but he's in a mood, obviously. But he shakes your hand and says, I don't even know who you are anymore, but thank you so much. He means it earnestly. He's a little tempered, but he means it.
I was gonna say, Gloss also want to apologize for kind of like exposing.
He'll take your card graciously.
Yeah, the card is literally it's like a modern business card, but it has his demonic sigil on it.
He looks it over and just tucks it away for right. Glosson, Roy will give you a it's okay look, but he's talking with a lot of people right now, but you think it'll be okay.
As long as he just got his apology in, because he just kind of like, I hope we didn't ruin their business, because it's the one that figured it out first, and I'm like, oh god.
We'll see. Okay, so slowly you guys just kind of load back up in the carriages and kind of have to continue.
Oh, shit. Oops.
Don't worry about moving your token so much. I'm going to move to the next map.
Okay.
So I assume we just kind of hit back up the trail and leave the guards and everyone to continue this, isn't it?
Yep.
I just want to mention it's really disturbing that Edgar's face blends in with the horse.
I know, right?
It's not every day you see a horse with two rear ends.
Hey!
Hey.
Okay, so you guys continue about another mile or two up the road. On the rest of your travels, you can see out overlooking the ocean. You are right next to the ocean. You can see signs of dragons. You can see they're out in the distance, but you can see 2 or 3 different style dragons that are just flying about and kind of fade out of.
I am going to vigilantly be keeping my eye out for anyone that might have a dagger stuck to them.
You look out. You don't see a red dragon or anything that fits the description.
Okay.
Yes, Glosson?
Sorry, I had a thought. I can't remember. You and I talked about it. I need the black egg.
This is not the place for it, if that's what you're referencing, but if you wanted to say you brought the dragonborn egg with you, you can.
I was like, because it's a dragonborn egg, not a dragon egg, and I'm sure somebody would have known that specifically, so...
Oh yes, no, that was confirmed, and Malloy or Cyrek would have briefed you that this is a little bit farther across where you need to take this.
Yeah, just to be kind of funny, who do you think would be best for Glosson to leave this with, where it'll be safe? He wouldn't leave it alone in his room, God forbid something happened.
You can put it in the evil pocket.
That's true. I was sitting here, imagining just, Glosson goes to Garricus, because he's like, eh.
Unless you want to put it in a chest or something, and Edgar can loan you evil lock.
Not a bad idea.
Evil lock don't open for nobody but whoever put it on.
I'm just sitting here like something happens, something shakes, egg falls, break, no egg,
Yeah, if you want to say you stored it at home with Malloy or somewhere safe, you can do that. We can hash out the details later.
He wouldn't want to just leave it willy-nilly somewhere. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you don't want it on you, we could say somewhere safe at home.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's fine. So you guys begin to approach Ikit, and this is what you kind of start stumbling upon.
Ooh, beautiful.
A huge military town. You can see airship. This is not the perfect token, but imagine the large castle up at the top is a cliffside. You guys just begin to approach, and slowly but surely you make your way into a small line of other carriages that are making their way through this particular gate as people are being detoured. You see guards galore. This is a heavily guarded place. The guards' motifs look very paladin or holy-esque. As you approach in your carriages, you finally comes up to your turn. Okay, and you get stopped. And you are pretty much asked your name, reasoning. What are you here for? Who are you with?
Just like the glances. Just,
Edgar steps forward again. Edgar rolls his eyes a little bit and turns to everybody, gives you all just... He doesn't say anything, but he gives you that knowing look of, really, I have to be the adult.
You're the oldest.
He'll give you finger guns, gloss, and go true, and then turn around and state that you're all here from the circle and you're here on official business.
Does anyone flash their new badges and cloaks?
He would be exposed on Stonewall's uniform. He'd be wearing it on part of his uniform.
What did I just imagine Stonewall sticking the fucking badge to his helmet?
he just glues it to the front of his visor. Nah, Argon would do that though.
That's
No,
pretty
he'd
cool.
wear it as if it was like a unit patch, basically, or
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, if it wasn't obvious, Argon had to go.
Yeah, Argon sticks the badge to his forehead and just walks around with it.
Hold on.
And on that day, they were given a grim reminder.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay. So you, with the official badges and then everything checks out, the guard at the gate will, or a couple of guards will make a notice that they weren't expecting anybody, but everything checks out and you're free to go. General warning of, don't cause any trouble, be courteous, rules of entry, etc. You begin to slowly take your carriages through the narrow streets of the lower portion of Ikit. The lower tier is a lot of markets, a lot of residentials. The streets seem very, very tight because the buildings are abnormally tall. One-story buildings feel like two-story, and two-story feel like three. A lot of stone, a lot of reinforcement. These buildings were built to last and to sustain possible dragons. A lot of muted colors that's made up for with the attire of the residentials and the wares that are being sold and shipped. A lot of guards, a lot of paladins freely roam the streets. This is not a place anyone can really stealth, at least not for long.
Wait, it's full of paladins and shit. We have a D. We have two. Oh boy.
Edgar's going to slip the mask. Or no, actually, he doesn't really need to slip the mask on because so long as he has that amulet, he's.
So, if Edgar's has any form of hiding, Willow, you will get a few looks, but it's a look like don't cause any trouble.
I just half-assed salute.
Any
And
paladin that looks at Edgar when he's not disguised probably has kind of like this weird little uncanny valley feeling in the back of their head, but as long as he has that amulet, they can't detect anything strange about him. I saw something dive into the corner there. You're not
Same
stealthy.
here.
No, I know I'm not. I am blowing up your tokens because you guys are just going to be able to move about the map as you please because I don't have an actual map for you. For those of you who are interested, among the various paladins you see, you can tell there are paladins from different orders. You can easily see paladins you recognize, similar to the ones, the 4 paladins that are running the questing circle. You see motifs from Steelwater and whatnot. This is a large gathering. You see a lot of different cultures of paladins and guards, so to speak. For those of you who are interested, you see a particular set of paladins that stand out that look like this. Chrome and white with feathers.
No.
Yes, Willow, you can roll a Traveler's Insight to lock it in if you want.
God damn it. I was hoping I was done with these guys, but we never actually finished them off.
Yep, nope.
Okay.
You get advantage.
Can we make it so the Traveler's Insight lets everybody know?
You can. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit, that's a nat 1.
Oh, well, I did say advantage, but I got this. Roll again, but I got this.
12.
Okay, that's enough. But you get like horrendous PTSD for a moment. Good thing that was not an action roll.
Yeah,
Yes,
I am
well,
glad.
these are Arbiter Sentinels. These are the White Knights that appeared out of nowhere and are taking jobs and, well, guard positions from normal guards. These are the good guys who are asserting themselves. There's always something seemingly fishy about them, but you've never been able to prove anything is the problem.
Right. Just a quick aside, welcome Jeevel the Jester, a new follower.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh,
Welcome.
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 All right, so Willow, you see a lot of these guys, and it's slightly concerning. Golson, you are getting excited tugs all about your person as Gwendella is just leaning out the window, just
Where?
enamored by this amazingly beautiful.
When now?
Oh, baby. He chuckles at her fascination and her excitement. He a couple pats to the head. You know, he's happy. She's
And it kind of hits you again as to, oh, why you're here for another reason.
oh.
Yep, and you guys don't really know where you're supposed to be going for Goddartho either, so that's something you need to figure out. What do you guys do? You don't know where you're supposed to be going.
Right.
I want to see if I can find a map of the city.
Unfortunately, you cannot find an easily accessible map, and this strikes you a little odd, as normally there would be some form of a map or signpost. There's not. The streets aren't even named. This seems like a very bad way to run a city.
Well, can we stop and ask someone?
Yes, would you like to stop and ask?
Anyone except the Chrome Knights?
I was gonna say, is there a tavern or any place we pass or we could stop by to ask anyone?
There's a couple of them built in. I mean, there's plenty of just people walking the streets and whatnot. Who would you like to ask, and what do you want to ask? That goes for everybody, especially Glosson too. You've got something you need to ask, I think.
I'm so sorry. I just responded to an email and I do not know where we're at.
Oh, you're wandering the streets right now. You don't know where you're supposed to be going. You have a secret agenda, and everyone else needs to find out where they're supposed to be going.
Whew. Okay. But I don't remember the name.
Somebody's like scraping their keys along their microphone.
I think that's Gene.
No?
Sorry.
No, I haven't said anything.
We were hearing noise from somebody.
Yeah, like that.
I'm on push to talk.
Oh, okay. All right, please, I've got a good cliffhanger here. Please continue.
Well, I was wondering, I'm gonna kind of out this a little bit, but I know people won't metagame. Ever give me a name for Gwendella's village?
You did not get a specific name for the village, no.
Shoot. Well, I mean, he can ask. I'm just like, it just occurred to me, I don't know what it's called.
I don't have it in front of me, but you do remember the name of the caretaker that was kind of half acting as her mother that was ferrying her. You did get the name of the ship.
I did not.
Well, I had it somewhere. I can't recall it right now, but you did, quote, quote.
I think he would probably ask about the ship and the people who were supposed to.
Okay, who are you stopping and asking?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
Is there, I guess, someone walking by who looks like they have some sort of rank or some, like, official that we see at all?
There's plenty of guards, plenty of paladins.
It's
Okay.
about to great, but is there anybody? I'm sorry. I mean, like, is there like an official, someone who looks fancy? I guess.
That's
Someone who looks
everybody
like
here.
they're-
Yeah, that's everyone. That's every guard figure here. The arbiter sentinels probably look the fanciest, though, but
So every
everyone
single
looks
guard
just as
will have-
high ranked as everyone else.
Oh, so they have, okay, so we're essentially, okay, so they have some high rank. I'm looking for someone like a captain or someone who can, like, answer, but I guess that's not, you know.
You're not
possible.
easily able to identify without knowing what the normal guard look like.
Alright,
Okay.
let's just ask the arbiters. Get it over with.
And, yeah, just ask, I guess, one of these guards that we pass or see walking. At least that's what Stonewall would do. Or motion to say, motion everyone, how about we ask this person?
Okay, so you just want to snag a random guard?
If we come up close, we just, you know, basically, you know, like on the
Oh,
side.
yeah, you
road,
pass them like every couple of seconds. This place is swarming.
Okay, we just, you know, pass and ask, you know, excuse me, you know, we're kind of state what we're, you know, what we're looking for, I guess.
Okay, what do you ask? What are you looking for?
I would say the main mission here is for us to find a dude. Glosson just has something off to the side.
Yeah, I was like looking for. I guess would we ask his name or I guess
I mean, that's
we're
up to
looking
you.
for a person.
Work?
I'm more asking now. Hey, what asking the group here? What should we ask him? Do we want to say we're looking for the guy thing? Because it's not really a location per se, at least not for some of us.
No, you're looking for this individual who's supposed to be here.
Okay, yeah, and then we would say we're looking for. We would say the name
Mhm.
of the person. You know, do you know who this person is, or you know, where we might be
Yeah,
able to
he'll-
find them?
Yeah, no problem. He'll tell you. Yeah, Godotho is the overseer and captain of the Sky Warriors. He references the ships flying overhead. He says he should be up. He's usually up in his office, but we haven't heard from him since yesterday. Hence the blockade.
Hmm. I guess since he's pointing upward, Stonewall asks, is that where most likely his headquarters can be found?
He'll exactly direct you and point over to Highport, the large cliffside. He says, there's a citadel up at the top. He'll reference a building you can see that's jutted out near the top. He says, that's the Capitol building. His office is up there. You can go there and find him directly if he's in his office. Or at least find out where he may be.
Okay. There's no one here and I would say, you know, thank you very much, basically giving him a salute and, you know, kind of motioning to everyone, because we're in the carts, right?
Yeah, carriages.
Carriages, would motion to, you know, and begin to follow the road in the direction he was, this guard was pointing.
All right. So, like, for the map-wise, you guys would kind of be, like, right in the areas of right about Yay. And, you know, you
Okay.
have to go all the way through the city to get to the cliffside. So, but yeah, you slowly start making your way there.
Okay.
Glosson, are you going to wait, or are you going to ask something as well?
He's gonna quickly wait out the door to the same guard, and he'll reference the ship and the chick that he has a name for. That they were delivering a precious cargo were never heard from.
Okay. He seems a little foggier on that. He doesn't know specifically what you're referencing. Says the best he can direct you to is go to one of the guardhouses and try and speak with the captain.
Ah, good to know.
He says they'll direct you. And the closest one's like right down the street. They're on like every corner.
Beautiful. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I assume since one of those would be on the way, you'd probably go there first. I don't want to make assumptions.
I'm sorry.
You would pass many a guardhouse on your way to the Capitol building. I assume you would stop there first? Question mark.
I mean, if anybody else doesn't mind.
It would make sense if it's along the way.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
I'm about to stop. I swear, I'm just trying to get to that point.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you pull up, park the carriages briefly outside one of these larger guard houses. Paladins in and out. It's essentially the Paladin police station. It's a guardhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go inside, very lavish. The interiors of these buildings are just as impressive as the exteriors look. This is a city that has money. Immediately, you see a bunch of Arbiter Sentinels in here running the place. More so than regular guard. All right, what do? Just stroll up to the desk and say, hey, we were directed here?
Yeah, find the receptionist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's what looks like a normal guard, man of some stature, who greets you and asks, what can you help you with?
Lovely. He would give the general rundown of what he told the other guard, like, we're looking for something about this and blank and blank and blank. Just put it along here.
Right. He runs through he pulls up like this large file from inside of a drawer, and he starts to look through a little bit. Nothing strikes him offhand. He says, okay, I don't see anything in the immediates. Give me just a moment. And you see him reach over. Looks like a different version of a sending stone, but it seems to work the same way. He speaks briefly into it, and he asks for someone named Lenora. And a moment or two later, from the door behind him, that leads probably further into the building, you see what looks like a higher-ranking Arbiter Sentinel come out.
Whoa.
You with the exceptionally long feathers in your cap.
A female with a swooped mohawk and a very tanned skin steps out and begins to speak with him. Willow, please roll me a Traveler's Insight again.
As you wish. 17. Or 19.
Okay. Without a doubt, this woman, just by face alone, you recognize this as Lenora Donahue. This was the first mate of Artemis's original crew.
Oh.
Okay.
And she's apparently high-ranking in the Arbiter Sentinels now.
Well, she always was one for, procedure, so.
She speaks with this captain briefly, and she says, yeah, Watkins knows something. She'll bring out this amulet, a couple of charms of necklace around her neck, and she'll speak into that softly, a whisper. And a moment or two later, you see another samely clad sentinel come out. This one is a man. He has frazzled hair, and he has these dark blindness glasses on, and this little gold orb floating about his shoulders.
No!
Yep, Willow, this is Silas.
Why you do this to me?
And briefly behind them comes a third figure that Willow you've seen before at my wedding.
Ah, there he is.
The guard captain turns to you and says, yes, sir. These individuals were referencing child, and this man dressed in red robes, just draping on the floor, covered head to toe in essentially crimson material. Big long white beard, ancient face, bandoliers full of knickknacks and all sort. Yes, please, but right this way. And he just quickly just ushers you like, please come back here with me. Let's talk.
Can I have Gwendella go into the amulet for safety reasons?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so he'd have her in there, but he will follow after he gets her. But
You briefly step behind. You begin to step behind the desk, and this gentleman will give that wise and old guy smile, the happy guy smile, and says, he says, "Hello, everyone. My name is Watkins Dutchfield. I am the overseer of the Arbiter Sentinels. I am a seer by trade, and I hear that you want to check something of a shipment, I presume, that was supposed to come to Ikit? Is that correct?"
Yes, Clausen is, he's polite, and of course he acts humble in front of these very, very intimidating people. But he gives a nod. Yes, I formed of a ship that had a form of precious, and
It's fine. It's a little noisy out here. Please, let's go in the back so we can talk. He kind of one of the guards will open up a door and leads into the back room. He says, "Please come in here. We can talk more private."
why does this make me nervous?
He offers this to everyone, not just you.
Is it just me? Because if it's just me, I'm nervous.
No. Yeah, no. He offers to everybody, and you're all slowly kind of coaxed back behind, in the back, out from where the lobby is, so to speak. And Willow, you do notice as you walk by, Watkins gives you kind of this knowing look of, you have a theory, and you think it still might be true. You'll see as you walk by, the man kind of wrings his gloved hands.
I make sure that my dagger is within reach.
All right. I'm stopping there.
Okay then.
Oh crap!
Sorry for running over a little bit, but that's where I will stop.
Alright, well thank you everybody for watching this session of Diet D&D. This is going to be the finale of Season 2. Look forward to more next Saturday, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Until then, this has been... What's up?
Is this the proper finale, or...?
This is the last chapter. I expect this will maybe take one, maybe two, no more than 3 more weeks, and we're done with this campaign.
That's what I thought. It's like the...
Yeah, the first part of the finale.
Oh, okay. I thought you were, like, cutting the entire season here, and I was just like, wait, what?
No, I wouldn't do that.
I would, but that's just me.
Y'all are evil.
Absolutely.
That's coming from me. And I'm playing a goddamn demon, so...
Alright, well, this has been D-Rez of Renegame Studios with Artificial Imagination of Diet D&D. Kaede Katsuragi.
Hey.
Lady Coco, sorry, I'm starting to lose my train of thought.
Okay, bye.
Stonewall and Naora.
Thank you for joining.
Hello, thanks.
Until next time, hope you're all having a wonderful week.